Hello, welcome back to the Metropole Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is November 10th, and I'm joined by Pat. How's it going, Pat?
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Back by popular demand? Well, we'll find out.
Back by habit at the worst. How's everyone doing? Our picture is really small, and that's actually making me feel cramped. I'm
Lucas is scared. Lucas, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Calm down. Okay, well, Shoeflower and I now have kind of an antagonistic relationship because of what we're working on together, so understandable. Okay.
Every Pat stream, I'm convinced I'm not going to pull out this microphone.
Yeah. Not 30 seconds ago. This is a one mic stream, I guess.
Because it's routed through the same audio settings as the other microphone, and so this one just sounds really bad.
Okay.
If you think that's the case and you've watched this far in the stream and then you're going to tune out because the audio quality is really bad, let me know. Because we will do something about it. Otherwise, this is how it is. How's everyone doing? Welcome.
Hey. Oh, yeah, we did have daylight savings time, so that probably keeps up for some people.
Yeah, apparently
living in more civilized areas.
Yeah, we it's an hour earlier than it is. So
I never even remember it. Thankfully, my phone is updated automatically because I'm never going to figure out which way it goes. Yeah. It's like I still can't do left and right. Like you can expect me to know which way the hour goes.
Hey Frisbee, hi Cole, how's it going? Real quick at the top, John say, hey Matt, had a blast teaching 3 of my friends how to play Netrunner. Figured out that icebreakers keep their strength during the run, not resetting. They don't reset after each subroutine, they reset after each encounter. So for instance, if you want to look at the card Gordian Blade, it keeps its strength for the whole run. But yeah, you interface once per ice encounter. You don't have to keep boosting or whatever. Yep. How's it going, Aaron? Back by so mad at the man. Hey Frank, hey Todd. Xren, we only watch this case just in case Pat shows up. That's been my case too, as I've only been keeping this around just so that we have a reason to get Pat out of the house.
Wait, Shoeflower, did you not know? Whoa. Happy wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
For real?
Sorry, I should be saying happy wreck of the... Sorry, we're going to get copyright strike by the not extremely litigious Gordon Lightfoot.
I don't know about the audio quality of that other mic. Maybe you should let Pat use it instead. I've never actually considered that.
That's actually very funny. Okay. Yeah. It's really cruel, but very funny.
Hey, Giles, how's it going? The audio quality is event lows to bad on that mic and subpar worse. It's quite tolerable. Okay.
Hey, the writing quality on that comment is barely tolerable over here. So how about that?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
My hair's a mess today. How's everyone doing? It's
Well, you have new shampoo. Do you want to talk about that? You were
it's
talking
actually
about that earlier.
really old shampoo. So I've been using same shampoo.
That does expire. You know that, right?
That's the thing.
Like it's made with fruit.
Yeah, I am using expired shampoo.
I still use herbal essences.
So I was always the person to use the shampoo that you get at the grocery store, like one of the big shampoo brands. I think I'm slightly above like mid-tier shampoo brands.
Okay, so you've done away with Head and Shoulders.
Exactly. We're above Head and Shoulders, but still a brand that would be on the same shelf of like a Provigo.
Yeah.
But then when Maddie moved in, she has better shampoo taste. And so then I was using that shampoo, but unfortunately we ran out of the same shampoo at the same time. So then I found the old shampoo that is from grocery store era. And Maddie moved in 3 years ago at this point. So it was not the exact same color I remember it to be. It is old. It's basically like sun tea at this point.
It's fermented shampoo now. You've got it it's aged to perfection like whiskey.
Yeah,
it's taken on the notes of the barrel it was aged in.
It's gross. I'm gross. And now I look really shiny. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna put a hat on. Hey Kat, how's it going? Hey guys, how you doing?
Mid-tier, yeah.
The Patreon money's detached from reality people. Mid-tier shampoo. It's a real thing. It's like Head and Shoulders. I think is probably, and there's nothing wrong with Head and Shoulders. It's like a totally
it sounds like you're saying there's
fine.
something. I have Head and Shoulders in my shower. You've seen it. That's probably why you mentioned it.
When how's it going? Significant events. So significant event is not labeling the stream as if something special is going to go on here. But funny enough, so the card Big Deal came out in Midnight Sun. And a lot of streamers, myself included, casters, would call things that going on Netrunner on tables like, oh, that's a really big deal. But then we had to stop saying it because of obvious reasons. So now we start saying significant event as a joke. So we're going to try and play some Big Deal today, which is really funny. Shampoo. Thanos, how's it going? How do I know this is the real Andre and Patrick? There's no blue check mark. Oh,
we've got to get that into the next set in flavor text, or like an NBN card that's like $8 a month verification,
Oh,
eight credits per month to verify yourself.
I like enjoy the shit show that it is out there because it's really funny to watch from a distance. Obviously, everything that's going on in there is awful and sad, but it's really funny that people are dunking on this guy. Overall day/week so far brutal. Trying to get my store. I run a game store ready for Christmas shopping. Whoa, train seasonal folks and cram 1.5 times as much product as I have shelf space for something resembling functional displays. God, I hate TCGs. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, we went to a game store today, and game stores around this point of year is always really exciting because like they're bustling of people, and there's a lot more people in there than maybe are in there for the first time ever, or like are there because they're finding a present or something. I think that's obviously really cool, but I have no doubt that's super stressful. Tonight, pretty good. Metropole Live and delicious new hot and sour soup in front of me. That sounds really good. I hope it goes good on the holiday season. Pat and I were just talking about like holiday shopping. I guess that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a list. Like we've been doing, so me and my family, we've been doing Secret Santa now for years. And it's like, I don't know, I'm a huge proponent of that. Like for years we'd have to, get a present for absolutely everyone.
Yeah, get a present for one person.
Forget it, one person.
Put effort, put thought into it.
And then you can spend like a bit more money to make something that's a bit more, I think, meaningful. So you spend less money overall, but it's great.
And I was saying how like with my family, when I try to give gifts, I feel like they're not appreciated, and then I feel bad, and so I'm not encouraged to give gifts.
Yeah,
it's
the
frustrating.
Bad feedback loop.
Bad feedback loop, exactly.
Hey Nato, maybe you could hold up a picture of today's date so we know it's current, not fake.
Hold a picture of Nanako screaming today's date.
Yeah,
she's somewhere in the background falling off a chair, I think.
Yeah, she went back. She knows when the stream's up.
Yeah, she's polite.
Understood. Are you excited for Parhealing? I'm very excited for Parhealing. It's actually really soon, right? Like it's the top of December. Yeah. So that's like 2 weeks away. And so Pat would know more than me, not that he can talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like it's a terrible set. It's one of the worst things that ever happened to Netrunner, and I can't wait for everyone to just be completely blindsided by the bad decisions, terrible art, awful flavor text.
Flavor text is particularly bad.
It's going to be particularly bad this time. Yeah, someone let me loose.
So I don't know what the schedule is. I'll let y'all know as soon as I do if I have something to talk about, like when it comes to spoilers. Again, I don't have anything confirmed, but like if No Signal is doing community spoilers and we get something, like I'll be able to say like we have a card release or like a video on this date or something. Currently there's nothing, but I have no doubt that's gonna be like really, really soon. Alleged spoilers at UK Nats. That's cool. That's the end of November.
Cool. Even I don't know about that.
Yeah.
There will be stuff. Well, no, sorry. I shouldn't say anything. I almost said something. Jesus Christ.
Does that mean we're getting more boats? I think we have to do at least 2 boats a set. So I'm hoping, maybe there'll be more. Scarlet Keys campaign next Friday, so that's good. Yeah, so this is like where my jaded sarcasm comes in. So Scarlet Keys,
can't wait.
I saw today that people at a game store in I think the Netherlands that I've actually ordered stuff from.
I saw that on Reddit. Yeah.
So it's out. So like if you want spoilers on Arkham, you can get them. I think if you want them, the release date official is the 11th of November. I think, or maybe next week. It's probably next week. But the problem is like Canada has just been so behind on FFG releases.
Yes.
I don't know why it is. The distributor in Canada is I think Lion Rampant, and they've just been really behind. Like Marvel Champion stuff is like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month behind.
It's unfair that Canada has not gotten Wolverine yet. He's the first Canadian hero.
That's actually very
in
true.
Marvel Champions. We haven't got him yet.
Yeah, Lion Rampant has been not great and sucks. Yeah, it's been really hard. And it's not like it's your game store. It's just like all of Canada doesn't have it.
Shoeflower's on tonight.
Lion Rampant.
Why isn't she on the stream?
Yeah. So it's been hard. It's been like really hard to be excited about like street dates from FFG products because who knows? Like literally who knows? Like we only got the Investigators, I think 2-3 weeks late. So yeah. Assets, resources, hardware connections is going to be at least 85% boat. It's a boat set for sure.
Yeah, I do want to mention something not related to what the commenters are talking about now, but what they were talking about the past month or so. We have been getting lots of messages. I've been seeing the comments on the videos and the emails that go to your email, but I get them bypassed to mine.
Yeah,
like the reason I'm here tonight, by demand, is you've been playing too much Netrunner lately. And I need to slow that down a little bit. You've been getting too many games in per stream.
Yeah.
I'm here to distract you.
I'm
here to talk over you.
You're very right. I've actually got a lot of Netrunner in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, let's shut that down.
Let's shut that down.
Okay, let's take care of this.
We're going to play at least a game. We can promise that.
Mm-hmm.
We got the new Marvel stuff in today. Storm looks cool. Storm looks really cool. I think she has some cards I'm really interested in. I can't really got into Marvel Champions of last month, honestly. I think I keep saying that.
It's so weird. Like, I mean, I have enjoyed it more nowadays. But like, I played the latest stuff. I played Sinister Motives and stuff like that, and it's fun.
Yeah.
But like, it's still the least of the FFG co-op LCGs that I played. Like, I'd rather play Lord of the Rings again. I'd certainly rather play Arkham. many times over.
No, I hear you.
But it was like a little sorbet between Arkham campaigns or something.
So I track all my games on that board game app that we've been both tracking. How many games of Marvel Champions do you think I've got in the last like 3 weeks?
You've got I'm looking at your eyes. You've got like a lot of
tired today.
You've got the Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess. Actually, if we cut off your finger and count the rings, I would guess that
it works.
You've played 25 sessions of Marvel Champions.
Ah.
Maybe 10 with Maddie.
Maddie and I, we just finished the Red Skull campaign. I've played 80. Yeah. I've been starting to keep up with all the Netrunner. So like we're right at the point of just about seeing new cards. That's really exciting. There's a lot of tournaments, mind you, going on. So we had a stream last Sunday with Desengren where we played Eternal. That was actually really fun. Eternal was like way more fun than I thought it would be. I thought it would be like more explosive 3-turn, 4-turn wins, and it was like actually people playing and like like making decisions. That was actually really, really cool. So you can check that VOD again. There is an Eternal tournament that you can participate in. It's not this weekend, but it's the following weekend. And Desengren I attached the video, which is a list that Desengren made, a Google Doc of like 24 decks that you can play in Eternal. So if you don't want to do deck building and you want to grab something that's really fun. Speaking of this weekend, there's 2 things going on. First, there's Random Access Memory, the first tournament for, I think it's been years now since we've had one of these. And it's this Saturday, I think November 12th. I'm not sure exactly the time. I think there's a link that will take you somewhere to always be running, but it's soon, which will be really, really fun. And on top of that, on the following day, on the Sunday, on this channel, we'll be streaming. Again, it's with Desengren. We should be streaming Nemec's set. Will be coming out on Sunday, which is just 1,000 Netrunner cards on Tabletop Simulator.
I've seen some of this stuff, and like
it's really cool. A lot
there's
of
some
stuff
cool
is really, really good.
Yeah, they've got some really cool ideas.
Yeah.
But also, it's 1,000 cards.
That's the thing, is like we're definitely not going to see all of them. And the idea is like you can just go print them or do whatever you want with them. And Nemec is going to make some decks, so we're just going to like pick them up and figure out how to play. We're going to be a lot of like, whoa, what is that? What is that? Which is like always really fun and exciting. I don't know. Again, engagement on the Eternal video hasn't been very good, and I think on this is the same sort of thing where like
we got to get those numbers up, right? Like how many subscribers did you get off that Eternal video? Come on,
week is coming up. We need to get our Christmas marketing. Let me know also if you see ads on any of the Metropole Grid videos, because we don't monetize, we don't run ads on it, but I think you just see them anyways.
Right, but every now and then I do hum Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and then like Gordon Lightfoot will put an ad right there in the middle.
Eternal is cool. It was about what I expected game length wise. It was really fun. As someone who's still pretty new to being into Netrunner, watching some Eternal was really remarkably grokkable. Cheers to you and Desengren for making things understandable. Cool. That's really good to hear, because that's the thing I was also worried about Eternal. That would just be like a mess of things that are incomprehensible. But it's like there's still power cards, but I think as long as you understand what the 3-4 power cards, you're still seeing a lot of the cards you normally saw.
Yeah, I think one of the things that makes Eternal hard to grok for me, and so I appreciate those deck lists that were posted, is like I've been playing since the game came out, and when a data pack would come out, I'd look at it, and maybe half those cards I would put in the dumpster bin of my memory, and I'd never think about them.
Yeah, you didn't need to.
And then and now I'm like, oh no, what does work with Op?
Cool.
And like so many of those cards are like,
yes.
I have to go searching for. Like I remember mid-season replacements. Of course I remember that. Of course I remember the big cards I played with. But so many I just trashed immediately and just. But now they might be back, maybe in a small way.
That's like my slightly jaded take on Eternal. Is I think the majority of Eternal play we've seen to date has either been the old decks with a couple new cards added into them.
Yeah.
Or just the old archetypes, because some of them still stand on their own. But I think we've seen very little of new archetypes that only exist because of combinations of old cards and new cards that were never legal at the same set. I have not seen a single Eternal deck that is an entirely new subgenre of deck, which I have no doubt exists.
Yeah,
it's just like it's a longer path to success.
Yeah,
and I think that's what I'm really excited about. But I don't think there's enough Mark Yale being relevant. Exactly.
What makes Mark Yale relevant right now? What has so many agenda counters?
No, it's just a 1-cost free trash. You can get a Rashida or any 0 cost. Yeah, and Op is like it's a free influence. It's like totally fine. It's a spin doctor for free.
That's actually very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool.
As far as I know, if your video is all ages, YouTube might throw some fucking ads on it.
Oh, you can't curse like that.
There we go. Yeah, that was our one F word.
Right.
But I've got other swears I can say.
Bumble, how's it going? What's on the menu tonight? We're going to get into the deck list of the week. There's that Simpsons bit of you. You're not worried that this... and to prove that we're live, I think he says some rude word and then just continues on. It's very, very funny. So this is we're gonna start with the deck list of the week. This is Oberb's list. I believe I think she brought us to the Vancouver circuit opener. I think she's been playing for not very long. Excuse me if the we have the wrong pronoun there. And this is a list. It's an op list, which is always really exciting. And it's called Hybrid Op. And the way that I looked at this is a combination of like basically 2 to maybe 3 decks of an op list. We'll talk about it card to card in a second, but the idea is that this is a bit of the sort of like a Sangren type op list that has the Boom Mad Bastra Boga combo, which is actually like really cool and really
you
flexible.
so nearly sang 1 week by the Bare Naked Ladies for a second. It's got the Boom Bastra Boga that make you think the wrong thing.
That's really funny. So this is great, and then it has some of the inclusions of like the Managarm Skunkworks Formicary stuff that you saw on some other lists. I know B Blum, they were playing this sort of thing at Worlds. They had some other spicier includes. I think there's some like interesting inclusions here that I wouldn't pursue. I think there's also some holes here, and I think holes in the deck are something that you can kind of see from a distance, and you see very quickly when you play with op, because understanding like, oh, you don't have a 3-cost barrier, there's a real cost to not having that in your deck.
Yes, you need the ramp.
Yeah, so you want to make sure that like your mana curve is all correct. We'll
Did they release op just to get us ready for Marvel Snap, do you think? Just thinking about the ramp in our minds, need to get a 1 cost, need to get 2 costs, need to get 3 costs.
That's like every card game though. That's
yeah,
like Hearthstone.
Yeah, I know it's every card game. I'm just making a joke. I'm making fun. I'm making funny things
Hey, Scrub.
happen
Okay.
here for. Sorry.
Agree with Andre here. Not sure why Netrunner players are so reluctant to innovate. I think a big part of it, Scrub, is that people who play Eternal are generally people who've been playing Netrunner for a while. And so for those folks, they just want to be like, oh, I want to bust out like, a prepaid Haley or whatever nonsense that they played back in the day.
It's a chance to revisit their youth, their heyday.
So I think that's like the quickest onboarding ramp. Please do not discourage Pat from expressing himself in strong language. Winchester goes in the bin. Yeah, I don't know. To some extent, I want to make sure we're not cussing too much. Just slot Quicksilver, Domino, and Chavez. I think the only one I want to slot ever is Chavez.
Yeah, I don't need Domino.
Is good. Domino is awful.
I mean, I'm still playing my Odin on reveal deck. It works. Like literally, I'm moving up in the ranks.
Okay.
Like I don't need a Chavez. I don't need a Domino or a Quicksilver. I've got Mantis as my go-to one.
I think Mantis is a bad one job.
I nail Mantis more often than not.
Agent 13 is way better than Mantis.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
The chances that you get a worthless card are so much higher with Agent 13.
No, it's equal. You're drawing from their deck, so you're hoping that their deck has...
They've probably put in some normally good cards.
Sure, but if they have a discard deck, you draw some awful discard synergy card, like Enjoy Your Wolverine. Like, what are you drawing?
It also gives me so much information about their deck. If I know what they're playing early on, I honestly feel like that's so helpful. Yeah, it whiffs if you're you. Like, I nail every Star-Lord, every Mantis, every group. That's what I do.
I saw a deck list that I really want to do, but it's a pool 2 thing that I don't have access to it yet, which is like you play Guardians of the Galaxy, which have if they've played in the same lane clause, but then you also play things like Storm, so you force the issue.
Yes, of course.
Which is so cool.
That's something I've done a little bit too.
Yeah, Marvel Snap's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool.
Game. Let's just do a quick game right now.
No. Like I'm not a Marvel guy, which is kind of hard to say after all this like Marvel.
Yeah, you said like you've been playing with the Silver Surfer, and I'm like, I don't think he's out yet. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Silver Quick, Mercury.
I hit cut. You can do that. What games are you talking about? So there's there's a game that came out mobile. Like it's been out for 3 weeks or so, at least publicly. It's called Marvel Snap. And it's designed by Ben Brode, and it's a company called, I think, Second Dinner. And there are a lot of the people that used to do the heyday of Hearthstone back in the day. It's totally free to check out. Obviously, we're not sponsored or anything, but it's a really interesting card game because it's basically a combination of, if you ever played Air, Land, and Sea, it's a combination of that card game with like something. What else? It's like kind of like a mix of Hearthstone and Air, Land, and Sea.
Yeah, and like I think honestly, if you played like Warhammer Conquest,
yes, that's a good
like
one.
there are elements of that in there too. Except Warhammer Conquest is an hour game, and Marvel Snap is 5 minutes.
Yeah, so Marvel Snap. Okay, just real quick to show you what this is, because I recommend checking it out to some extent. Yeah, it does some really cool stuff that I think are very interesting when it comes to the
so many smart
some very smart decisions.
Smart ideas. I should do my warm ups before.
So real quick, we won't be here for more than 2 minutes. Your deck is only 12 cards. And you start with 3, and then you draw a card every turn. Games are only 6 turns long 90% of the time, so you see the majority of your deck.
And there's a mana ramp up like there is in the Hearthstone, like there is in Legend of Runeterra, so on.
First turn 1 mana, and so forth, and so forth. It's also a digital game, so they can do some effects that won't exist in the physical card game. So like you can have a card that says you always draw it on turn 2. Like, you can do
or like you can power up cards in your deck, and they keep their effect or something like that.
But the short of the long is, also this game is a bit like it reminds me a bit of Radlands. But
yeah, for sure.
The short of it, there's 3 locations, and your cards have mana cost, they have abilities, and then they have power, which is the number in the top right corner. And every turn you can spend as much energy or mana as you have to play cards that you can afford into any of these lanes, and they go into these lanes face down. And the cool thing, one of the great things about this game is that games take about 3 minutes. And you and your opponent play simultaneously. Each turn, you both place cards face down, and once you both hit done, you don't see the cards your opponent places. Then you place your cards, and then you flip them. And the flip order is, I think, random. It'll tell you who goes
and just be clear, like, you win by having the most power in the most lanes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you need to win 2 of the lanes to win, or have the highest differential in tiebreakers. That generally doesn't matter as much, but you want to win 2 of the lanes by having the most power, and the power is just the summation of the power of all your characters at that place. What's really cool is that the locations all have ridiculously powerful and interesting effects, and they're not revealed immediately.
Sometimes you're as much playing against the locations as you are playing against your opponent, and I actually like that in this game quite a bit.
So like, there's a location that could just say you can only play 1 card here, a location that says negative, the lowest score here
exactly what I was about to say,
or a card that says the first person to fill this gets a ridiculous 6 drop for free. And so like, the locations have the biggest impact. And the cool thing about this game too is like, week to week they'll just inflate the rates of certain locations or introduce locations.
Yeah, like today is the Camartage day. Yeah. Everyone go nuts on reveal effects,
which has like a really drastic impact on the meta. But the game's actually like really cool. It's really fun. My favorite part about the game is that you don't open boosters. It actually functions entirely different than like Hearthstone or any booster based game. Is everyone starts with the same collection, and then you upgrade you upgrade your collection by upgrading your cards. It's like, one of my favorite things about Monster Train was that you spent time upgrading the visual experience of some of your cards.
Yes,
and
you got interesting borders and stuff like that. Yeah, sure.
I wish Slave Spire did this. It pushed you to do Ascension and do the higher difficulties, because the rewards would be like, now this card in your collection permanently is foil or has a gold border or something, nonsense that doesn't really matter. And then this game, you can spend resources that you get by playing to upgrade your cards, and now suddenly every time you play this card, it'll be 3D or glowy, and like every time you do that, it just unlocks more cards into your collection. And then basically, if you play this for enough time, everyone has the full collection, which is, I think, a fantastic way to do a card game. It's doing a lot of really cool stuff. It's actually like surprisingly fun. And last mechanic about it is every game is worth 1 point. This is something that comes from Airline and Sea largely. Each game that you win, you get 2 points if you go all the way to the last turn. At any point in time, though, you can run away, and then you only lose 1 point.
Yep.
So if you
it's like the ante in poker.
Yeah,
that's essentially what you're talking about.
So you can always bail and be like, oh, this is terrible. You can just bail, and that's fine. You only lose 1 point. It's honestly nothing. But at any point in the game, you can snap, and that doubles the ante of the game. So if your opponent sees your snap and continues to say like, okay, I'll play another turn, now the game is going to be worth 2 points or 4 points. Or if the opponent also snaps, it'll be up to 8 points. So you have these ridiculous like mind games where like you're losing, but you'll still snap to like scare your opponent. And they might be like, I don't have the best board, I'm going to run away.
Yeah.
Or the best feeling in this whole game is when your opponent snaps to be like, I think I have you. And then you'll be like, I think I have you. And then you snap, and it becomes an 8-point game, which is ridiculous. And then at the last minute you win. It's like really cool. There's a lot of really good design in this thing.
Yeah, a lot of very smart ideas. It's just a collection of super smart ideas. They trimmed off all the chaff, all the excess.
Yeah.
And it's so fast.
Hey, is he glad more games are learning the doubling cube lesson of backgammon? I don't know how backgammon works.
I don't like backgammon. Now you made me feel bad.
It's Airline and Sea, but Marvel. It is. And it's, if you like Marvel, you get to see like the whole, cast of characters. And
there's a lot of fun, obscure characters. Like, they haven't put all the classics in yet. Like, I think they're waiting. But there's a lot of very obscure characters in there who you get in like the first batch of cards.
Yeah.
So it's like, this character is like X-Men character that's introduced like 5 years ago, and they're like in the core deck and stuff like that. Like, that's really cool.
Yeah, it's fun. If you like Marvel nerdery, like you're going to see stuff. But I think the game inherently is actually quite deep, and they're 3 minutes long. The model is really nice. There's a lot of like really cool mind game stuff in it. It's been very, very charming. That sounds like try it out. It's free. It's like, it costs you nothing. The random location mechanic reminds me of the L5R LCG. I still haven't played L5R, and I found a core set I would pick it up just to see what it looks like, because I have some ideas. Yeah. Give me Sleepwalker. Hey, Brendan, I don't know who Sleepwalker is. That sounds like an X-Men.
Doesn't sound familiar to me, but maybe they're in the game. I don't know.
Okay. Hey, Armando, I've been playing this game a ton. Snap is a quick game with a ton of depth. It does have surprisingly good depth, and like the deck building is really cool. They unlock cards at pools, so people who start the game have like approachable cards. And then the further you go, well, I think there's a slight power creep. It's generally horizontal creep. And I think that's
great. Yeah, and some of the cards in the later pools are still fairly basic.
Yes.
It's just they're kind of spreading them out a little bit. So everyone, like every pool has something interesting in it.
Okay, let's talk about this deck, because again, it's 9:15. This is always how it goes.
Yeah.
So this is an op list, and op has a fantastic ability. It says once per turn, not first time, but once per turn, when you trash one of your rezzed cards, you can go get a card that costs 1 less, install and res it for free, barring all res costs. We're only playing cards that have res costs that are credits, so that's for free. That's it. So you can go get stuff at instant speed, and that's super powerful. We have a couple combos in this deck. What I really love these sort of deck archetypes is this is the great kind of Wayland that actually has 3 disparate win conditions, and every turn you want to look at the start of your turn and figure out which win condition you can pursue, which is the closest you have to, and you want to build towards 2 and then a last minute pivot, but we have 3 win conditions and we have to keep that in mind. So firstly, the agenda suite in this deck is actually, I think, a bit different than some other agenda suites we've seen in Oplists. We're running all the 3/2s we can run, barring one SZF protocol, which is a bit ugly to score early. While it does give you your op trigger, the 2 meat damage is sometimes okay. This is not the sort of deck like some of the Bridgman ops where this is actually a lethal threat, where we play it with like Urban Renewal, but it's fine. But we're running as many 2-costers as we can, or sorry, 3 2 agendas. We're running 2 Hostile, which is really easy to score out, and then we're running 3 Oaktown. And some of the lists we're running Off-World Office. Again, Pincel's op list is also something that has to be brought up in this conversation, but we have Oaktowns, which we can rush out pretty fast because we're pretty good at rushing. Some of the other lists are also running a Global Food Initiative at the cost of influence, which lowers your amount of agendas you run in your deck. We're running as many 3/2s as we largely can get away with, barring a third SZF. Now let's talk about the combos. Firstly, we have a Mad combo. And while abstractly you could trash a bunch of your res cards on the board just to give the runner enough tags and then hope that they keep enough tags and you don't lose the booms to win, it's a possibility. You could always do that. But the biggest thing that you can do in this deck is that if you have a 4-coster res, and if you have at least, 2 ice res, I think you only need 2 ice or 2 cards res, one of them being a 4-coster, you can mutually assured destruction. You need to have a Biotic Labor in hand. You play the Biotic Labor to get 4 clicks. Then you mutually assure destruction to trash at least 2 cards. If one of them is a 4-coster, you can go get the Bass from your deck and install it. Then you click the Bass. So now you have 2 clicks, and then you can kill them with Boom, barring any tech.
Yeah, so potentially you do a mutually assured destruction into Boom in 1 turn.
Yes.
If everything goes right. And if they haven't trashed the Booms, which are no longer retrievable except through Spin Doctor. So good luck.
So we have 2 Booms, so we get it. Elbow Cough Mad Week. Yeah, it's a bit of a Mad Week, which is really fun. We posted a Mad video on Tuesday, and it's actually like a really, really fun deck. Like one of my favorite startup decks by a mile. So that's one of the combos we have. We can also just use Bass Chiraboga as a fast advance piece. Fast advance is our second win condition. And not only can we use Bass Chiraboga, we can get that at instant speed. If the runner ever runs into a 4-coster like a border control on last click, we can trade the border control into a Bass and then use the Bass to score out. On top of that, we have a single Audacity, because why wouldn't you in Wayland? And we also have that Biotic Labor, which does double duty here. So we actually can fast advance a lot of cards from our deck. So that's another like really cromulent win condition.
Yeah, fast advancing an AZF can often win you games or get you in a good position to win a game.
Yeah, this is the one that I want to score at last to win, generally. Unless I'm playing against Criminal, they have installed Breakers. I don't know. This is an expensive card to score, that's for sure.
Yeah.
On top of that, we can just score behind ice, and we have some of the best ice in the format to rush out. Envelopment is a bit of a scary ice. That trash this ice subroutine is, it's a bit of a problem sometimes. But 4 power counters means 4 end the run subroutines, which means you cannot boat, you cannot boomerang, you cannot botulus this card easily. And then once you break all those end the run subroutines, this trash this ice subroutine means this 5-coster comes down. So not only can you get a 4-coster, you could also go your way to get one of the best 4-costers in your deck, which powers up most of your other stuff. So that means turn 1, getting an Oaktown renovation behind an envelopment is weak to everything besides, I think, a rigging up. Sorry, it's strong against everything besides, I think, a rigging up endurance, which is less and less common. So that's really, really good. And if we get to 2 points, we can generally fast advance away our last 5 points if we're really lucky.
Yeah.
Getting an Alice with a token is also very valuable in this deck because, again, we are a combo deck, and one of our combo pieces, like a Boom, is trashable, and the Biotic Labor is a one-of. So getting an Alice with a counter just buys you so much space.
Yeah, there are a lot of one-off assets, but of course, since you're op, you can go search for them. But the one-off events are kind of a tougher sell.
We also have some toolbox things here, like a magnet at a 3-coster is something we can get at instant speed by trashing our border control, and this works really well into Botulus, into Ika. Are people playing Ika anymore? I don't know. So that's nice. We also want to make sure that we have cards at different res costs, just to make sure that when we pop our boarding control, we can get a 3-coster that will be relevant on their board state. And I think there is a lack here of either a Sandstone or Masvingo, because I want a 3-cost barrier.
Yeah.
Because there are some board states where you pop the border control to get a barrier. And currently the only 3-costers we can get are Afshar, which is great.
Yeah.
A magnet. And then I guess a Sapper, which is not exactly an end to run, but is a relevant subroutine.
Yeah, I forgot about Sapper.
Yeah. So I think that's something. I think there's some interesting inclusions, and there's some cards from this deck that would be missing that I would play a bit different. Another really interesting interaction with this deck is that we have Managarm Skunkworks, which is a 2-coster. It's a bit hard to get this, barring Extract, which is a very powerful card that allows us to trash one of our cards on our turn, get 6 credits, go use your op ability. But Managarm is really powerful, because when the runner breaches the server, they have to pay 2 clicks or 5 credits. And then on JNet, it's a bit kind of betrayed and obvious. If you have a Formicary unresed, again, unresed, so you generally don't want to fetch this with op, you can then move the Formicary and then force them to counter the Formicary. And then once they get through the Formicary, they're breaching the server again, so they have to hit the Managarm twice in a single turn.
So just to be clear, the runner gets to the end of the server, they're facing the Managarm, they make their choice, they pay 5 credits, and then you can res a Formicary and force them back a step. They get through the Formicary, and now they're approaching the server again, and therefore have to deal with Managarm again.
Envelopment can lose to Hedgehog Paperclip? Sort of, but then they would need all 9 of their credits, and if they trade all their 9 credits to get an Oaktown, I think you're okay with the Lucas, because they have to break the trash to size, otherwise you get a Hordem. So yes and no. Hey Jeff, very excited to see you pilot this. Yeah, me too. Jeff's list, all the references, one of the Jeff's lists I think is pretty relevant when it comes to this deck. Now, interesting things that this deck is missing and things that it does have and doesn't have. Firstly, Winchester. I don't want to play this ice generally ever. It's not a 4-coster you want to put on a remote server. It's only good on HQ. If you're playing against Lat, they have Link. Not amazing. I don't think this is a card that I would quickly put in this deck. I think this easily could become, again, a 3-cost barrier is a really nice slot. Even having another 3-cost, actually, we're probably fine here. But just having like either, I think a Sandstone is really well positioned. I think a Masvingo is fine too. Not that you want to advance it, but if you advance it, it deals with both. But I think that's a bit interesting. Another really big card is Mavirus. I love Mavirus in these lists.
Mavirus is a solid one. That's an instant speed fetch a 2-cost.
Yeah, which instant speed fetch Managarm is incredibly rude and something that's hard to play around, let alone Mavirus is just a good card in the modern meta. So I think that's a card that also saw play in these lists. I think the asset slots are a bit strange too. I'm not a big fan of Dredgework. While this is a card that shows up in the Bridgman op lists because it does have good value, with 11 3-2 agendas, we're more likely to want to jam our agendas in the remote server than to get rid of them.
Yeah, you don't have 3-pointers. You're not trying to delay the game. You're trying to win fast, actually. And so this is just kind of weird.
Yeah, so this is not my favorite include. I think Maryland campaign was called out too as like not the best choice either.
I would usually still put it.
I don't think so. Not in a rushy list. Like Maryland makes sense because it's a good 2-coster you can get. And then once this gets trashed with your op ability, you get to put it back in your deck. So you have more 2-costers and then you can get a 1-coster on the table. The 2-cost slot and the 1-cost slot in this specific deck, I think are very weak. And I think that's something that probably should be rectified. I think Regolith can be more than a 1 of. It can easily be a 2 or a 3 of. This is a fine 2-coster to get. We have no 1-costers. Yeah, I think the deck should always have at least one 1-coster. We only have Wall to Wall, which is not a card I'm excited about. We don't really have ice that we advance meaningfully. It's not a bad card at all.
Get something exciting, like a Tithe.
You can get a Malapert. I think an Ice Wall is fine.
Malapert's actually very good.
I really actually like 1-costers like Ice Wall because it's a card you're excited to res early, and then in a late game you extract it for like a Spin Doctor to break R&D lock. Like that's super valuable. And Malapert is also really good, as Jeff is calling out, because it's one of the cards to get your like singleton Biotic Labor, which is super important for the combo deck, let alone get the audacity to win in a turn. So yeah, I think those are changes you can make. Otherwise, Rashida's fantastic. Spin Doctor's fantastic. But I think we're going to play this as is. We're going to see if the Winchester's good. We're going to see if we miss a 3-cost barrier. We're going to see how awkward it is to not have a 1-coster in the deck that we care about. And I think that's largely it. Let me just catch up on chat. I love the I have no graphics video where it wasn't in your hand. Yeah, I can't. So when I played that, I technically had a line where I could Biotic the balloon on top of the Sand. But yeah, I totally tunneled on a card that wasn't in my hand at all. But I'm glad it worked out.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah. I've been very annoyed with Winchester on HQ when I'm Steve. It's definitely like a good HQ ice. It's not that we struggle. We have Crisium, which is obviously very nice. And this is a card that in matchups, it doesn't matter. You just res it and extract it. And then hopefully you're getting a 2-coster, which this list has very few. But yeah, Afshar is like kind of similar. But yeah, it's definitely one of the better HQ ice. It's just like this deck generally doesn't need to ice HQ with priority. Yeah, to be fair, it's amazing to watch. I felt really, really silly. Couldn't you just opt to not shuffle Maryland back if you want to go fast? You can always choose not to shuffle Maryland, and it's still trash.
Yeah, I also don't think that's the issue when it comes to speed. Like it's not that you're shuffling it into your deck and diluting your deck. It's more that it's a thing that doesn't give you money quickly.
Yeah,
it's a bit slow.
It's not super impactful compared to like emptying a Regolith.
True.
You're right though. I do think there's a lot of board states in which like not shuffling Maryland is correct. I think with op it's less necessary considering that you have more ways to tutor cards out of your deck, but the Maryland dilutes the non-agenda cards. Sometimes of course that's good. Question about Worlds. Hey Brendan, totally not wanting to bust your flow. Don't answer. I tuned in the game late where someone was clicking once for like 20 credits. Yeah, that was stock buyback, as Lucas says. It was in the Jinteki deck that Richmond was playing. It says gain 3 credits for every card in the runner score area.
Yeah, and now it might have been in Caddy Jones.
Sorry?
It might have been Caddy Jones.
It wasn't Caddy
Sometimes
Jones.
you click for Caddy Jones.
This happens every once in a while.
What did you do?
There's just like no deck list. I think I have this. No, I don't have this imported. Give me 1 second.
All right.
You want to stall? I got a mic.
Okay. What's how is everyone doing? We've got so in Montreal, we actually are now about to start a weekly meetup.
Yeah.
We haven't had a weekly meetup in Montreal for ages. Very happy about this. We'll be doing it Silver Goblin on Mondays. And in the new year, I'm hoping to start up a league. Like, I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know. Like, we've got so many new players. I'm sure they'll want to do startup, but I think we'll have to do a standard league.
We had an event on Saturday, and there was a thing on Sunday too with draft, but we had 2 Netrunner things this weekend, and it was really cool. There was a lot of players who came out that was either the first time coming out for a long time.
Yep.
We even had players who like came out with decks from like 2017 to be like, I haven't played Netrunner in a while. Can I play Noise? And we're like, hey, how's it going? Yeah, sure. This is weird.
Yeah, exactly. I played like my modern startup PD versus a was it a Data Leak Reversal?
Yeah, Max. It was the min-max type deck. Hybrid op.
Oh, shit.
Don't do it, don't bat, Patrick. Can you import using the legacy URL? Oh, hedonism. That's a good idea. I just opened it in Chrome and it worked, but I'll try that in the future.
I saw a good movie recently, of course. I saw Decision to Leave by our boy, Park Chan-wook. Have we all made the decision?
Just teach them stand-up startup is for chumps.
Well, it might not be for chumps when Parhelion is out.
Hey, is
it? Like it'll be a totally different startup world. Did we just
gone?
boot?
Eric is gone. No, Izzy, you almost saved us from Eric.
I don't really funny. Sorry,
I don't know what happened there. Oh, it's so amazing. All right.
Okay. Well, I guess
not upset either.
I guess we all win this time.
All right, Captain Padma. Okay, so opening hand. We're playing in Padma, so icing R&D to some extent.
Glass Onion, Black Panther, both excited for both those.
We have a lot of players who I think want to get into standard. I wanted to watch the Eric game. Izzy, I'm so upset. So our opening hand, we have Bass. Some of the decks are running 2 Bass. I think the Sengrin version is running 2 Bass, and I like it because having it in your hand is actually the worst place for the card. Our opening hand, we have no real plays.
It's a fetch. It's definitely
definitely clickless is very good. Full disclosure, I kind of built this deck and it's kind of jank. I can't believe it.
Solmir is basically doing a RAM tournament of one game right now. Just building a deck right on the spot. Let's do it.
All right,
so we again have Bass in our opening hand. Is this worthwhile? I mean, I think this opening hand is actually fine.
Yeah, this opening hand is fine. Here, Pat, you're mid control here.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Let me take over. Let me
so the regulars is like easy money. I think you need something on R&D, but you need something with a face check. Unfortunately, none of these really have a face check.
None of these really have a face check. I mean, I think Hortum on R&D.
Yeah.
Regolith.
And you need to ice it up. I would put the border control. Border control is what you want in the remote server 9 out of 10 times anyways. And it's good to have it at the innermost, so they have to go through all the... Actually, that doesn't really matter that much.
Cool.
But yeah, we can't res anything, so we'll see what R&D pressure. Again, Padma gets a charge the first time that she runs R&D, excuse me. It's not when the run's successful, so even just like bouncing... again, if we res this, it's 3 credits. That means that we can't protect this, but we do want to empty this. And this is where the deck, I think, really lacks a 1-coster. Not that there's any 1-coster, I think that's super impactful, but like just getting a Malapert in here set up would be nice if we do empty this. Whoa, cool.
Okay,
Fixies.
Interesting, yeah.
All right, well, that's a bit ugly.
So maybe just take money?
I think you have to do a bit faster than that. I think you have to take money. I think you need to extract it, and I think you have to put Rashid in there. I think you have to move.
So res it.
Yeah.
Take some money.
Take 3.
We extract it.
Let's talk about this. Like Rashid is the best play here because we need options.
Yeah, I do agree.
Have to extract it.
I actually like it. Like that's something I do in my opt with extract too. So like, yeah, I'll just extract it.
Look, the problem is now one of our best 2-costers is out, but what can you do? Yeah, 1-coster. So here, like an ice wall would be sick. Unfortunately, it's wall to wall into a new remote.
Okay, well, wall to wall into new remote. It's fine.
And then a Rashida
into server 1.
Like that's a good turn. Abstract.
This is a fine turn. Yeah.
I think that's where like what's it called would have been good. That Maryland is good there because you get value and shuffle it. Obviously, we lost a good 2-coster. We haven't spin doctored yet, but the wall to wall is also really awkward unless we trigger the Rashida first, so we get all of its abilities. So it's fine.
That's a good point. But this might be like super program heavy, and they're going for environmental testing.
Yeah, it could be.
Frisbee...
I actually expect Ice Carver. Maybe a lot of people are unironically playing Cleaver because they're spending influence other ways. Like they're saving an influence on Paperclip.
Yeah, I did like the movie Frisbee. It was a very slow and deliberate movie, and I don't think I liked it as much as his other films. It turns into a very interesting film in the second half or like last third.
Oh, don't start turn. You want to res your shit.
Of course.
Yeah. So do them in the order. So hit the Rashida first, just to make sure we only have one thing.
But I thought it let you do it after.
It does. I just don't know. No, there's no negative one. Now you mandatory.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
So we do all of them.
Yeah, sure. Always start with draw card. I know.
Fine.
And then I guess place an advancement on.
Boredom.
Well, why don't we put it on this to make them not think it's a border control?
Yeah, okay.
No, of course.
No, do it. You're right. No. Oh, is it any card? Can you read wall to wall?
On a piece of ice. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think we push for Alice with a token here, but they don't have a lot of money. They'd have to crack the fermenter and
install events.
Yeah, if this is where having the form on the table blows this wide open, because then they have to malapert twice. I think
it's still a lot. It's still good. Yeah. Server 1.
Because they still have to deal with border control, and then we still have our 3-costers in the deck, so they have to deal with a 3-cost code gate on top of this. Yeah.
I would also say about Decision to Leave, like, you're still getting some shots, some framing in that movie that you will not see in any other movie ever. Like, it's still got, like, that, I don't know, Park Chan-wook stank on it. You know what I'm saying? It's not my favorite Disney movies, though. Like, I think Stoker, then Handmaiden, then Old Boy is where I go.
We knew someone, we worked with someone who Stoker was their favorite film.
Emily, yeah.
Yeah, Emily, right. I still haven't seen it.
It's weird, like, I'd say Stoker is one of my favorite films as well. We liked it for very different reasons.
I had to wait until 1:30 for stream today and did not appreciate that. Oh, pains. This is worse. Did Europe also have daylight savings, or is this only North America? Because we are technically, it's 9:30 right now, but realistically it's 10:30 a week ago. So things are getting really dark really soon, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm gonna make some really off-color jokes.
Yeah. So here, let's see if endurance comes down. We're in an ugly spot.
They're at 8. Yeah.
Hey,
well, not necessarily.
Yeah, we're in a very bad spot if it's endurance.
This is fine then. I'll just res this.
Yeah. So okay, we have a Managarm in there.
They do have Cleaver, but we do have the Managarm.
Yeah, so you have to go get a Afshar or a Magnet.
Oh, you do want me to pop this then?
Oh yeah, otherwise we lose.
So can we pop it after?
No, that's what I was going to say. So Managarm, after you res the Managarm, there's no paid ability windows, so you have to use your border control before the Managarm. So just fire it.
Okay, I'm just gonna fire it now.
Yeah. So this is where we love to just have a click down. So the best card is probably the Magnet. The Afshar is like technically better in Centrals.
Yeah, I guess it's the Magnet.
Yeah, just get the Magnet. Like I'm not expecting viruses in here. Played my first game for Eternal after yours, and the second stream was a blast. Hey,
nice.
Glad you enjoyed it. What were you playing? Philip Glass did the soundtrack for Stoker.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
I know Philip Glass largely is the guy who plays the same note over and over again, but I mean that in the best way possible.
Is he 433 guy?
I don't know.
The thing I love about most of Park Chan-wook's movies is not just the visuals or the hyper, not just violence, but like it's hyper visceral in almost every sense. But for me, it's like the sound effects. Whoever he's got doing the sound effects and the sound in general for his movies is really focusing on uncomfortable sounds loudly right in your face.
Nice.
Like Thirst, I think like has, it's a vampire movie and it's got sounds that sound like someone's drinking a Slurpee from your neck. Huh.
What?
Well, that's fun.
Okay.
I mean, we still got them, right?
Yeah, it looks like it.
But
this is probably going to be it cost them 4 credits.
If they de-res the Magnet, that's also kind of fine.
That's totally fine. All right, you have to hit continue.
Yeah, sorry. I was just kind of
Yeah,
shocked.
we have the Managarm. Not enough credits to force de-res, though, Saj. Can you highlight the birds? So this is one of the cast of falcons that forces de-res. Mind you,
all right, Cat's going nuts for the bird.
We're overclocking here on their most servers, so that's 5 credits. So there's a chance that Solomir can afford this. Unfortunately, like I think no matter what, the Managarm's going to connect. Yeah. Maybe they have enough credits. What's the cost? Can you highlight the bird? Nobody knows the cost of the bird.
3 + 1 for a Magnet.
They de-resed it. Okay, cool. So just make sure you res your Managarm here.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Best uncomfortable violent sounds I've heard for Cronenberg's A History of Violence.
I've got to catch up on my Cronenberg. I feel like despite being Canadian and into body horror, I do not know enough of Cronenberg's oeuvre.
Okay.
By the way, me speaking French sometimes, it can be described as body horror.
With Wall to Wall, you can do Miss Fingal, but it's a bit slower, more grindy. I think Miss Fingal's like well positioned. Giles was talking about playing Sandstone. I like Sandstone a lot. Oh yeah, you can do all of them. Yeah. I don't know if you draw a card.
Yeah, I don't want to draw a card here.
You just discard your worst card. Yeah, draw it. Whatever.
Okay, so we're discarding 2 of our worst cards?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, those are good cards. Unfortunately, we have good cards in the deck. Yeah, just score that out.
And it's got a token.
Okay, so we have almost the entire. We have the whole combo in hand if we have a 4-cost Rest, and we need 12 credits. So we can work on that. Now, unfortunately, we need Bass in the deck. If we just have Bass installed, we win. So Forma Carry is still relevant. I think Rashida is like less necessary here.
Rashida feels like the worst thing.
Yeah, We want to keep the hedge fund.
Yeah,
it's either that or we hostel next turn. We lose the hostel, so throw out the Rashida for sure. And I think we throw out the Forma Carry because we don't need the remote server that much.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe as well to throw out the Rashida there. Crimes of the Future was a mess, but individual moments are neat. Oh, you played Panopticon Haley. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that thing did seem the most busted at a long time.
I don't know if I want to res this.
Yeah, we have a forecaster res. We need for Mad combo.
We do need, strip.
Yeah. So far.
Just fire, yeah.
So they got a charge on Takobi, which is really fun. Okay, this is really good for us. So we can do everything we want to.
Do the hostile or do this? Or
start your turn first to see what you get.
They're going to gain 1.
Advance the Hordem for sure so they can't bounce into it that easy. I don't know if you draw a card here. We don't need to. Don't draw a card. This is weird. Okay, I think you just, if we hostile... Okay, so we need 12 for the combo. This will
Yes, we definitely don't have the money right now. But
so I think you actually do hedge fund, install the Bass. Wait, what do we need to combo? If we have Mad Boom in hand... So we need Biotic. Yeah, I think you just do hedge fund credit, install the Bass.
What happened to the boom? Do we never have a boom?
No, we have an Atlas counter.
Oh, we have an Atlas counter. That's the boom.
Yeah, just get enough credits. We just need 12.
Okay. So are doing a hostile?
Well, we need the Bass on the table to do the combo. So I would just do hedge fund credit, install Bass.
Okay.
I think Diesel should be replaced with Stone Ship. Oh, and Haley, yeah, for sure. For sure. You're not on what's it called? Reaver, but yeah, definitely. Forecast res is nothing and Bass is in hand. Oh, that's totally true. Yeah, you're right.
I guess I'm gonna res the magnet.
Well,
actually,
no,
because they can trash the Manning Arm. That's fine. Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, you're right. We don't need the forecaster. I'm not sure you need a slow card like Envy Testing. Oh, in Panopticon Haley or in this? You can't trash it. That was their whole turn. So we're gonna be short 1 credit if I'm not mistaken, because we need Boom.
Yeah, we get this.
Mad. Yeah, we're short a credit. Really awkward. Here you can draw a card. Okay. It's just hostile, right?
Yeah, it's got to be.
It's just hostile. Oh, we have to protect our Bass actually. So 8 credit to combo kill? No, it's like 12.
So it's 3, 4, 4.
Oh, it's more because we have to res the Bass. That's a lot more. So yeah, just score the hostile.
Wait, why is it a lot more? So Boom is 4, mutually is 4. Yeah. This is 3. Oh, but Biotic, of course. I forgot about yeah.
So it's 15. So just score the hostile.
Yeah.
I think that's enough. Yeah, okay. We have enough next turn. Unfortunately, like if Solomir can get 3 credits together, we have to protect Sir for 1. I do think we at this point we could always consider just fast advancing out normal. Like we Biotic above the law and we just Audacity for the last agenda. So like that's also a totally relevant way.
What is Panopticon Haley?
It's Haley that's running Tech Trader.
Okay.
All the spy cameras that they install for 1 click with a bizarre replicator.
Yeah. All right. So we've got it.
We win. Yeah.
Just gonna do the thing. Okay. So walk me through this. So we are going to start with Biotic Labor.
Yeah. And now you mad 2 things. Res things. They have to be. Okay. Don't opt for anything.
Well, I'm gonna have to say no, right?
You could opt. You could opt for Spin Doctor. See, like, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Well, yeah, opt for Spin Doctor, because then we could draw our Boom and then we look even cooler. Beans. Okay, so res the that. Yeah. Game clicks and then you just pull the Boom with the Atlas. If we drew the Boom there, we would look super cool.
We already look.
Yeah, we are
pretty cool. There we go.
Hey, Mark. You need the Biotic if you use the Bass, right? You do, because yeah, you need 6 clicks. It is no, you need 5 clicks. Yeah. Rigging up Stargate. Ooh, Diana's Hunt.
Diana's Hunt. Can we hover over Diana's Hunt?
Yeah, let's install things.
Make a run whenever you encounter a piece of ice during this run. You may install a program from your grip, ignoring all costs when this run ends. Trash all programs. Yikes! Like, cool idea. Absolutely a very cool idea.
Massively too expensive. 4 credits to install some stuff that gets trashed.
Yeah.
Like with the birds, that's the idea, is to return them. But if this was a criminal card that cost like 2 influence, 1 influence, and cost like 1 credit, you could get like fun, cheeky femme fatales. You could get like birds for free, but like none of this makes sense, unfortunately. Oh, hey, Solomir. Didn't give me the time to fully show off how bad that card is. It seems really bad. So it's just Peregrine and Golden. So those are the D-res of the killer and the D-res of the code gate.
Come on, add a recon drone in there. You've got more birds.
Yeah. 2 gains only I'm saying with the maximum confidence, minimum knowledge. Oh, Brennan, sorry about the battery. Thank you. I think that engine testing has more credit in it than CC, and you likely to install it clicklessly and get shuffled with Levy. The thing is, I feel a lot of times with Panopticon is you only need, your money's only bad for the first couple turns, but then once you levy, like your money's busted good. You don't need environment testing. All right, so that's one of the ways the deck could win. I think we were pretty on track for fast events too, because I don't think there was a clot there for Solomir. Let's do another one. Corp. Text. Go. All right.
There we go, Izzy.
Scarcity is rough. Scarcity seems awful against that. If you can get past it though, like it'll be okay. All right, Nat,
interesting.
No idea.
No.
Our hand would be good if we had 1 ice.
Just a single piece of ice would be lovely.
Piece of ice would be actually a really okay hand.
Well, do we want to risk it then? Let's not.
A white blade joined after. There. No, I think we mulligan this. I don't know what Nat's doing.
Yeah, for sure.
Izzy, she's on 43 cards. Oh, you see, this is where I was like, stupid Winchester. Looks like Sokka's list. Oh, Sokka was streaming that. That's true. I didn't watch the stream. I got the YouTube update. I haven't seen it yet. But I know he posted on that list. I have no idea what it does. All right, jam. That's the best ice to jam behind.
So, yeah, Oaktown this and advance once.
Yeah. Yeah, Sokka's been streaming back. I didn't know he's going to be streaming a lot because he went to grad school, and that seems like it'll take a lot of time. But he did a stream on, it's usually Friday. Was it a Friday?
Gachapon, makes sense. Use steel scarring.
Oh,
guinea pig into steel skin scarring. Very fun.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, guinea pig's good.
Trash your grip, gain 10. Makes sense.
So can you check if there's breakers in the bin? Paperclip. Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, let's make him spend money if nothing else, right?
Yeah, she'll spend some money. So again, here, this is a 9 credit steal, which might be worth it. We don't have punishment like hard-hitting news. Sokka's complete control of the JNet meta.
Kind of does, right?
I don't know what to get to. So this is
there we go.
Good. That was a very explosive start. I'm pretty sure somebody from the Snare Bears was talking about playing Guinea Pig unironically. I think it was Rob that was talking about playing this in the Freedom list.
Okay, so we're down to 1 credit.
Yeah, she's on 2.
It is an issue.
That's fine. Okay, now this is ugly. So this is where you just click for. I'm worried what the deck is. Can you read archives? Because I honestly don't know what the list is. So 2 guinea pig. Okay, so we have no read whether this is like some weird combo deck. Unfortunately, we have to just click 3 because we need a hedge fund to get out of here. We don't have a extract.
Yep.
It was Chris. Oh, okay. It was analyzed Chris. Nice. I'm like 12-1 with this Nat list somehow, dodging all the P. So Nat finally got 1 credit a turn. Well, not finally, first time, but it's the first turn. It's 100% accuracy. Okay, we got to read this. So good stuff here. Safety first makes a lot of sense. Going to install that because it's a virtual, so you can get that off the Gachapon. We can remove the paperclip from the game. We have the multi-threader.
Interesting.
Which might just be the most efficient breakers. Considering we have Ice Cream 2, I reckon we want to get cheap running in there. And we're going to get rid of the creative commission. So that's a 2 influence kind of, not a card you often see influence spend on, but it's fine. It's one. I wonder how hard it is to play sometimes like Wildcat Strike and Nat, where you just give Nat the card draw. And
that sucks. Yeah. Come on. He's just a kid.
Damn, he's good. So basically a very fast 20 lock deck. I think we should have figured that out if we saw him, and we did. If we saw the multi-threader, we can think twinning. This seems good.
Credit hedge.
We don't need that much money. I think if we put something on the table, would be best for us. So
credit
all
hedge.
Our gems in R&D, we need Hortum R&D. I'm glad you're not an urban renewal. Yeah, we'll get you. Yeah, Aziev can do 2 meat damage. I don't know if Izzy, she's going to end up with 1 card in hand, but that's like the one thing you have to watch out with Biotic and the Aziev. Leech. Again, I think just about every ice in our deck is now going to be broken with Ice Carver and Multi-Thread for like 1 credit.
Yeah.
And we'll just get Twinning Locked, which is, again, another virtual, so you can get it pretty quickly with Gachapon. Steel Skin played from hand. Dirty Laundry HQ.
Sure. Come on in.
Biotic. Good to know. Oh, she draws with safety first. I thought we have a second to like top deck and that's the But now like our
no, that's I
think we play it So the thing is, like, if she
How do we
doesn't
play
let
it?
envelopment pop, she's spending 4 credits to check it. So I think to some extent, like, we definitely need to get the Winchester on HQ because that is actually genuinely hard to deal with.
Mhm.
But we have to plan the rest of our turn. So then
How about draw first?
Yeah, I think we draw first. Okay, so
Okay.
you Winchester, and then I would love to put the Crisium in server 1. I don't think it's a fantastic play.
Crisium in server 1?
It doesn't do anything against twinning, and if they're on twinning, they're on Stargate. But I think at this point, if she forces us to res ice, we're going to need the hedge fund.
I think the hedge fund's the way to go.
The thing
right?
is, if we hostile next turn, hostile's going to be so bad into this breaker suite. But yeah, I think we just hedge fund. I think Crisium in the remote server forces her to check, which is really good. Like, I hate plays like this where we don't do anything so that she can do whatever she wants, as opposed to like having to answer what we're doing. Any turn that you don't put something on the table is a turn that is like you're giving them full control to just like go wild.
Yep.
And hate it. So she has to end her turn on 1 card and 0 cards in hand for safety first. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Mystic, last steel skin scarring off the guinea pig. 25 credits. Come
Look at all
on.
this money. Oh, no.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Oh, no.
We don't have a remote server anymore.
Yeah.
We have to try fast eventing out. Bad pub is gonna be so bad with the breaker suite.
Where did our counters go?
What counters?
The power counters on development.
You lose 1 a turn.
Yeah, but where did they go?
Ether.
Oh, now it has nothing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking that they like it was building up. That was
Yeah, it builds down.
God. I'm so silly.
Where
Sometimes.
did they go? I don't know. Away. I don't know. Space. 26 credits. That's a really strong economy.
That's very fast too, and now 0-2.
There is some weaknesses, obviously, like, you know, Obligata Snare, Urban Renewal.
Yeah, but now that you've got this kind of money,
I wonder if this is just like the polarizing matchups, like tag me versus tags versus non-tags, where it's just some matchups it's nonsense. Yeah, now we're gonna lose the centrals real hard, let alone HQ.
okay.
Breaker check. We got nothing. So the only way that we can get out of this is like playing what's it
Magnet or
called?
something.
Not so much magnet. I think we were gonna need the unfair, and with 23 credits, it'll only be so unfair. We need a Forma carry into Managarm. Like, we need a defensive upgrade.
Draw.
For what?
I don't know, man. What do we do here?
Like, I think if anything, we consider bioting out the LZF before she flushes it with twinning.
Uh-huh.
Because I think she's gonna flush HQ. It's been like 6 turns we scored 1 agenda.
Hmm.
I think we just go for it, and then we can trash the development, which we want to do anyways.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn the development into something useful.
We're hoping to hit like fixie breakers, which I don't know if she's on. So we have to do this first. Oh man, wild interaction. What was the interaction here? We were trying to. You cannot replace the card itself because you scored first. So if you wanted to get like a 2-coster,
You can't put it in the same server because that would trash the odds. Yeah, very frustrating interaction. Very annoying.
So we have to build a remote server. This is going to be the most taxing thing. And we hit a daily cast and Gachapon. So
Gachapon is okay, but
whatever.
not, whatever.
I feel like the majority economy now, if Izzy gets down 1 multi-threader and 1 bad publicity, she's in a good spot. This is scary. How did this do on Sokka's stream? Was it quite good? It's playing a lot of resources. We haven't seen no anti-tag tag. I wonder if it's like Drago's a problem. I feel like the JNet lobbies have got a lot kinder over the last couple of weeks.
Is Nat definitely the better option than Loop? For a 40 card Anarch? Like, well, your hand size is low, but
into Lad with safety first. To Nat heavily with safety first and guinea pigs.
I suppose so, yeah.
And like, she's not trashing stuff. Okay, so this is fine. I probably think she traces through it because this is 6 to break. It's actually cheaper to break this than it is.
For sure.
Mystic, they're not using counters. Oh, they have a leech. Okay, so it's only still 6.
Still 6?
Well, the leech counter didn't do anything. Can you save the leech counter there? No, it does save it. It's 9 if they don't have leech counter. Excuse me. Crisium?
Which they will trash?
Satisfying.info.
Oh my god.
How do you allow this? 3 subs, yeah. Robert, for me, I forgot that it was 4 strength because the first boost doesn't get there. Without the leech counter.
Maybe it's because we say the word subs and it assumes this is some sort of a sexual hot tub stream or something. I don't know.
2 cards in hand. Safety first. Wasn't able to get the twinning charge. Okay, this is awkward. I do think we have to push something in the remote server. Unfortunately, it only costs 1 credit to check, so it's pretty bad.
Yeah. Yes.
Because we can actually...
Well, actually, maybe that saves us.
Yeah, but we have to hold on. That's actually really good if we trash the safety first.
Draw 1 more than hedge fund?
Yeah, I kind of love to push something in the remote server to draw her attention over there.
But why? What does that cost her at all?
A click of not running.
Wow, you've convinced me.
Yeah, okay. We don't want to Audacity the hedge fund. We need the money. The bot must have paid $8.
Yeah, this is the authentic sexfind.info.
Mitchell After Dark. Welcome. How you doing? Dang it. Now she's going to flush out her twinning because we drew a lot. If she hits above the law, our win rate plummets so hard. Because we trash either the twinning, of which that's the first we've seen, or we trash the safety first. We're in such a good spot. 6 is a lot. Please don't hit it.
Metropole Grid. Knights.
Please don't hit it.
We're going to have Delilah on.
Audacity good. Hate to see it.
Well, thanks to the game. Yeah, hate to see it.
If we got that, we'd be fine. That would actually be really good if we got that. I think we'd trash the safety first. Keiko Carver. Okay, now HQ 6 credits. We're joking at Winchester. That's the best dice in our whole list right now.
Yeah, great.
Okay, so we just hold on.
Yeah. Hey, I used to listen to a lot of After Dark radio. I think I mentioned that, like Delilah.
I listen to Delilah now because she's always on the radio coming home from Arkham on like Monday nights.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, the list is only on 2 SDF, but she did go down to 1 card in hand, and we have the Audacity. So if we chopped like the SDF 1 and 33, we would have won. But that's fine.
But we didn't.
I think we'll draw once. That's good. Unfortunately, R&D is she doesn't have a decoder yet, so we're in an okay spot.
Yeah, we could border control into Magnet potentially.
We can put this in the remote server. I think we need this in the remote server. HQ's already taxing enough. Like 6 credits, I feel like that's really good for our deck. If she goes ham and trashes this, we're okay. I think he trashed the twinning. I added a second copy, but the publisher is if the publisher is only on 1, then we would trash it. But I would be surprised about that. So I would probably trash the safety first. I'd be so surprised if the win condition of this deck is only a 1 of in a Drago world. But yeah, I don't know, 40 cards, and then you get the card draw with, or you get the consistency hopefully with Gachapon. So maybe 1 is good enough. 0 trashing a multi-threader, good. She needs to play an event this turn, or Mystic Miami eats a card. That's not too bad.
Random card from your hand, yeah,
that's fine. Especially with Nat, that's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Audacity, if you get Audacity that, and then you lose the SCF 31. This is also not on Mouseless. So after this, we should look at the other lists to see some of the differences. But I think my virus is sick. I think having a 3-coster barrier is sick. A 1-coster relevant card, I think, is relevant.
Yep, absolutely.
The first edit I made was a second twinning. Taka. All right, she has to trash a card. Oh, it's self. Interesting.
All right.
We could have got an agenda there in theory. All right, so we'll draw a card first. We'll gain credit. Form carry is nice, and place advancement doesn't matter.
How about we bounce it to hand?
But the problem is if we jam this as face up.
Even, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we can do that. I think we're fast advancing to win because HQ is hard for her to run. That'll put her on game point. It'll put us on game point. I'm just so worried because once she gets into R&D and sees 2 cards every turn with the twinning, we lose. Using multi-thread to boost the twinning. But yeah, if we Audacity this hand, we lose.
And so multi-threader is not just during runs, right? Multi-threader is the one that
programs.
So she can be boosting the twinning on our turn and her turn.
Yes. So she's going to see 3 cards on the top of R&D, and there's nothing we can do about it besides hope that she doesn't have a decoder, which is currently true. It's currently an accurate assessment of the board state with only 12 cards.
Interesting.
Man, if this was a Malapert, we'd get a Spin Doctor here. I think we have to. Oh, we can get a Spin Doctor and hold on for a turn. I think that's fine too.
Well, okay, but we do have a code gate.
Yeah, we're just hoping.
Yes,
but we're also going to throw out this 4-2, which is really bad.
So if we're hoping, then let's hope. Let's just try the Oaktown. Try the Oaktown, puts it on game point. Then we have Audacity in the 3-2.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
It's probably fine.
I don't know.
When have I ever steered you wrong?
I think, yeah, maybe then we should return the wall-to-wall because the advancement wasn't very good. We'd have to discard a card. We'd probably discard the wall-to-wall. No, we'd probably discard the Chrysium. Ice Oak Advance? Yeah, we probably should have iced it once more. You're actually right. But this she breaks for like 1 credit, technically, I guess. But every ice she breaks for 1 credit. So it's whether she can produce the decoder in 1 turn. MU, she's got 2. So I think no matter what. Yeah, I think you're right. I think the ice is right.
Hold on. If she can get it, if she, I don't think the ice is right.
I think the ice is better than clicking this, advancing this once more.
Because if we spend all our money raising ice, then we're out of luck.
No worries. Oh, thank you. So we're not going to advance it. Like we can just ice up R&D. Like we can ice up archives. That's a cool thing about Formic Area.
Yeah, true.
Like it saves us credit.
Saves us a credit. That's fine.
Do that. Is she on Cradle? Oh wow, she's actually on Cradle.
Is she? That'd be fun. I like Cradle.
Cradle makes sense with like the extra leech and ice carver support because they're like not necessary. Bravado. Okay, so that's an outshare that connects.
Yeah.
That
all right.
Actually connects.
That's not as good a bravado as you thought it was. Shame. It's a shame that people who went to Worlds can't, of course, use the World Alta Bravado. On JNet.
She's 2 clicks here. 0 trashing a Paladin Puemo. If she has the ice carver, Cradle will come down. It'll be totally fine. But she has to do it now. But if she installs a Cradle here and the border control gets her, so we actually do sneak the Oaktown out. We're on potentially game point.
Yeah. Well, let's find out.
I think she's going to flush 3 here. Oh, you thought it was a Hordem. Yeah, Hordem would be easier. But the Hordem we have is on R&D. This is kind of expensive. It's a lot cheaper. Wait, she didn't even use all her multi-threader? How's that possible? Let's see how many she sees here.
She's saving it for the other two.
Res the Formicary?
What does that really do for us, though?
Cost us her 2 credits? Yeah, not a lot. Okay, she's going to see Alice. Dang it. Okay, so now it's all about R&D and whether she can present a decoder in the last 9 cards.
Yeah, I mean, the chances that she saw that are pretty high.
Yeah. If she flushed there.
Yeah.
Now, if we did keep the above the law, I think we're in a good spot. But we
should have kept above the law. I don't know why we didn't. Yeah. That was really foolish of us.
Okay, so now it's all about the top of R&D. If we top deck a 3-2, we win. If she top decks an agenda, she wins. So
yeah, if she gets a Kogate Breaker,
can the Hordem hold, and then Hordem into Formicary hold?
Can the Hordem hold?
I just doubt it'll hold. We've seen no Spin Doctors. We've seen no Manic Arms. We've played her Singleton Biotic. No, do it up. So, okay, cool. So she wants to boost this once per turn. So is going to use, that's one of the benefits of multi-threader over what's it called, Chesva, is that you can use this not during only runs on central servers, so you can do this once per turn. So before it recharges, that's why she kept one of them and used credits from her credit bank, is that she kept one in here so she can charge the 20. Really cool.
Yep.
Okay. Kicks round 2? Not sure why. Not charging twinning on our turn? I think she did. She just emptied it on HQ. And she just charged on our turn. 0, trashing a Mystic Miami. There's a lot of companions in here. They're getting a lot of value.
It's a lot of hosted credits.
How close were we to any sort of combo? Okay, I'm glad here if she empties this. Because she knows we have an Audacity, so she has to kind of go a bit ham. And she doesn't have Decoder yet.
But she hasn't even checked she has no idea that's a Horton, right?
No, nothing.
So this is fine.
Yeah, this is. You'd think it's expensive, but she's getting a lot of credits a turn. No. Leech, Crisium Grid, Audacity, Extract. So she knows it's an R&D, but she doesn't have Decoder yet, so she has to drop a Decoder and go. She hasn't hit it. Maybe she's trying to hit it to 0 if it's a Black Orchestra. It's a daily cast.
Is there any value to installing the Crisium?
No. Cradle. There it's here. Okay, so this thing, its strength is limited for each card in your grip. So currently it's 2 strength.
But
Ice Carver.
Ice Carver, yeah,
okay,
exactly.
If we top deck a 3-2, we win. Dang it. So now we need to get a Spin Doctor stat. So we have no 1-costers res, which again, Ice Wall, love it, just to get a Spin Doctor. So we can't do that. So what can we do? A Magnet will be like only 2 credits to break. That's actually like not the worst. So she's boosting on our turn. So we just have to hope. Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, server 1.
And did we get rid of this?
What do you mean get rid of it?
I think we draw once and discard this.
Yeah.
That was a really ugly turn. Like we should have done that in the other order. So now that if she runs R&D, like we just hope. And whatever she sees, if she doesn't trash it, we can draw, 2 unknowns after with Spin Doctor. I don't know if she's going to check archives for 1 card, but she seems to be like focusing on HQ. I think she'll run R&D now with the advanced card here. It's more likely if she knows a list, she knows the advanced card has to be a code gate. I guess we did advance it with wall to wall, so it could be anything. But yeah, this deck has no advanceable barriers and no advanceable sentries. Trick Shitanka, daily cast again. Keiko is 2 credits a turn. She's checking this. Okay, so she's going to force this. So we're going to waste our op ability on the border control. Actually, we have no more 3-costers here. Shit. Love a 3-cost barrier.
I can't believe we have no more 3-costers. That's terrible.
It's not that bad.
It's terrible. It's the worst thing that's ever happened to us.
I think we have literally no 3-costers though. No, we have a sapper.
Sapper's 3?
Yeah. The only 3-coster left. Oh, bass.
Oh, well.
I think we do the bass. It's more taxing than sapper.
Sure, yeah. And she does have to go after it. That's a quick
she
and
has
4
to go
credits.
after it.
Yeah, makes sense. I like that.
Yeah, this is just forcing clicks out.
Yeah, too bad we don't have the Oaktown in hand.
And so now if she runs this, like now she only has 1 click to check this, move the formicary, no thanks. Especially with bad publicity, it's really bad. But she has to deal with this. And that means she has 1 turn to run this, and if we spin doctor, then she has 1 turn to run HQ.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna get 1 good run on HQ if I'm not mistaken. Do we not shuffle? I think we don't shuffle because I don't think she's gonna run archives. There's nothing that we want to draw in here, right? Yeah. I don't think we shuffle. I don't think she'll run archives.
Yeah, I don't see anything in here that we need back in there, and we desperately need to drop.
I think we would draw the biotic if anything.
Sure,
and the bass. I mean, if she runs into border control last click, we could win off bass.
Okay, so border control and bass.
Yeah, I think so. Or is it better to have her trash this for 2?
It can't possibly be better to have her trash that for 2.
This is hard. We might not want to put cards back here. I think biotic and bass.
Okay, you do it. Do it up. Do it. Do.
Admittedly, our most taxing ice is our paper. Is the thing. Is the envelopment. If she runs HQ and trashes our spin doctor, then we're in an ugly spot. But if she runs R&D here, we can't do much about it. 3, 4. Yeah, she'll have enough to break a Hordem because this will be 4 strength with Carver Leech. I think you run R&D here and see the top 3. I don't think you're worried. But oh no, you lose to HQ. Maybe you have to go HQ. Always be charging 20 on your turn. She is. Yeah. Okay. So we likely lose here. This is where you feel better about shuffling 3 unknowns in here. But she can lock the top 3, and as soon as she does that, like the spin doctor doesn't save us. Fire all. Wait, no, you can deal with this, can't you?
Yeah, just to leech in one of those. So that's.
Oh, this might cost her the game. He's back. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Bass. Okay, so we need to get the spin doctor down, and we want to.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Totally. All right, she's going in. How do we do undo click? Do we have to do it?
Did that work?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now she can come in. So she has to use the leech here. She gets it back, but this is the benefit of running Ice Cover Leech because Cradle's strength is limited by cards in hand, so she can go here. We know the Bass is on top. I wonder if she trashes it, but she's going to see 2 more if she empties her twinnings. Res and move the Formicary.
We're never going to do it. It's 2 credits.
We can't. We can't. We can do it. I don't know if it's worth doing.
Okay, they're seeing 3.
Yeah. Bass is down for 4. Unknown. Ooh, okay. Her money is finally drying up. She trashed the Bass. We have a Drudge Work. That's useless. We have a Spin Doctor. We put Spin Doctor in the most server. We have to Magnet R&D. Because that might use... Oh, no.
Magnet is... Well, Magnet is still costing 2.
2, yeah.
That's not nothing.
That's next to nothing. She knows the next card on R&D, right?
Do we need to protect... Like... No, I guess we don't need money. We're not desperate for money. We don't need to extract anything right now.
No. The only thing that we would extract is if we had a...
Let's put down the Spin Doctor and pretend it's the Drudge Work.
Well, what's the rest of the turn? So I think we need the Spin Doctor in remote server. We can also put Rashida because she has to deal with that. So I think we can put these both on the table.
Sure.
The problem is she's going to have 2 counters next turn. Which is difficult. So this is going to cost 6. So it's either we're probably going to lose on R&D. So I do think we just have to put ice on R&D. So I think we just install 3 things.
Sure.
Because we only need 1 credit to score it. So which one do we want to protect more, the Rashid or the spin? I think the spin.
I think we
need her to work for that one. And if we get this, we win. She knows the next 1 card on R&D, so the R&D run is not as tempting.
That's something.
And she knows we don't have a 3-2 in hand, otherwise we would have just won on the spot. 0 hitting a Keiko. Only 4 more cards left. Let's go. Has he have lethal?
All right, that oboe's looking pretty good now. You told me not put it in the deck. They did.
12 credits. Yeah, even like a CityWorks project. There's a lot of things.
Yeah, CityWorks would be fun.
Like,
yeah.
I think that's a fine call to make. Just don't play against Jinteki.
Yeah. If you're in a meta of 1, then this would be a great time for City Works project.
All right, checking Rashida goes down for free. We're not going to move the form carry. All right, Rashida has to go down. Now it's a spin doctor last click. That's the best.
This is pretty good. Yeah, we're just going to get the free cards.
It's really good for us.
And I'm guessing we let her trash it too, because that's fine.
So 3 2s in the list. We have 2 more Atlas, 1 more SDF. That's it. It's actually not that many.
Yeah, but like 3 and 22s. Come on. It's fine. We'll get it. 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 We'll get it.
Will we let her trash this? Oh, we could have used it. I think that's fine. The bass, actually, bring the bass back was cracked. Sorry. Sorry, this is messy, but if we get the bass back, we have the last click to force her through a border control, and we can get the bass on the table. So we're going to get it. Yeah, we'll get it. Because we'll get it. All right. So we need the bass back. I honestly think we leave the Oaktown in there.
Yeah, because we can't win off that. The border controls a maybe. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. Did we see our mandatory draw? Did we look like scumlords that we saw the top deck?
I don't think we did, right?
Yeah, I don't think we did.
Huh.
That's always that guy, huh?
Hey, interesting.
So I think we can put the border control either on R&D, which is probably better, and then we just put this in the remote server, and we need to get credits.
Good evening, Parallel. Is it even parallel? Is it even evening right now?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
No, maybe like in BC. Does BC have
daylight savings? I think all of Canada does.
I don't know. Not all of Canada. I think some provinces don't have it.
Wait, what?
I don't think the Yukon has it. Because people in the Yukon, when I was there, were very well adjusted, whereas everyone else in Canada is really, really angry all the time. I'm pretty sure Newfoundland doesn't have it.
I think we should extract the Afshar.
I think I should look up what provinces in Canada do or do not have.
We need to extract the Afshar because we can get a Managarm on Centrals.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Sure. Free Managarm on R&D, I guess.
We could also Managarm on the Rashida, which is fascinating because we have this. I think that might be better. And then we keep border control for this. Is that cool or not? Is this cool? I think we can do a naked Managarm. I like this because I haven't done it. The safer play would be Managarm R&D for sure.
What a wild play. I do like it.
Yeah.
Love double stream. That's right. I am also streaming on YouTube right now.
So we're for Biotic Audacity. Dear, that's not a terrible play. How's it going? Right, so now she needs to run this, and she has to spend either 10 credits dealing with the Managarm or 2 clicks and 5 credits because we're going to move
That's true. We finally have a Formicary play.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where we hold the Formicary off. Now, she does have a huge 20. You only use 3 counters on it, and we have a border control here, so she has to run not last click. Cool thing about twinning is it doesn't work like, what's it called? Like turning wheel, so we can't, like, she uses 2 counters.
Yes, it's not a paid ability, it's just a trigger, so.
Okay, so this is where we lose. Like, this actually is working. Yikes. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. She has 3 cards in hand though. I don't think that's actually relevant because she gets through all of it.
Yeah. Okay, so that cost her nothing.
We can res everything.
Yeah.
We don't need 1 credit to score at unless we draw the Oaktown, which there's only 1 more. There's so much money. Managed to beat this deck at the tournament. Trigger top deck 5 points in 2 runs.
That's actually a really solid strategy. I feel like not enough people do that.
The good players do it. If Biotic and Dassy would probably want an Oak in the deck for another FA target. You might be right. Yeah, with both of them in hand. Yeah, but not that we can afford it now. But I see the point. The cool thing is if we crack the leech here, this is gonna like get us. Is that we're gonna crack the border control here, and she's gonna be out of leech counters, and she's gonna run archives to get a leech counter.
Well, that would be funny.
And
is
that's
what that would
cost us the game.
Yeah, but that's okay.
So I think we put
Bass is back.
We put Bass is back. Do we put Bass on top of the Managarm?
No, let's don't lose the Rashida. Please don't lose the Rashida.
I think losing the Rashida is fine if we have the oh, okay, you're fine. Yeah, okay. Now she might run archives just to get a leech counter because she can't dump her hand and this thing is 4 strength.
No, she has to run. Oh,
she can't do this. I won't say no. I feel like we're probably gonna undo this click though.
Mm-hmm. She probably thinks she got a leech counter.
Your Mad for a World video this week was fire. Yo, for real, that deck is really good. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I think she realized. Now, if she runs archives, yeah, of course. If she runs archives, we lose. So maybe we should have shuffled it back in for just that reason, where we realized she gets leech locked out. We're so close, and I don't think we're gonna get there.
Yeah, we don't deserve to have done this well.
Yeah, I think she can just like take down the Bass. The fact that we have a Managram on server 1 and we didn't protect the Bass makes server 1 look very interesting.
That's true. And we would happily do the Forma Carry thing, even if it brings us down to 1 credit. Because the Audacity 3.2 is still basically free.
I think we do, because an archives is open. I don't know if we do.
I love this. This is a classic Netrunner gambit, right?
Yeah.
There's an agenda in archives. We can't rescue it.
And we pop 2 Spin Doctors, right?
We just
like
have
it's just
have
super
to
unlikely. But I think here
that they don't think.
second 0?
Second 0.
To get cards out of hand. Love it.
Funny. But
so cool.
But can they break the
Yeah, it's 2 credits. Because this is 3 strength with Ice Carver. This is 3 strength.
Of course.
So she's gonna see 3 here. So we probably lose. Yeah, she just need to get a card out of her hand.
Very smart.
Yeah.
Almost definitely lose.
Likely lose.
It does nothing for us.
I'm gonna say no on this one.
It does nothing.
Well, it taxes credits. Yeah, it's next to nothing. There's no way we survive this. And we survive this, we're not in a good spot.
There we go.
Beans!
Okay.
We definitely should have put Managram on R&D, I think.
GG. Yes, should have been on R&D 100%.
Bass breaks Twinning Lock? Yeah, it does, but we draw ones. I think Bass break and Twinning Lock actually is pretty good. Yeah, Managram on R&D, because I think we knew we lost on R&D. I don't think it was worth protecting Rashida. I thought there was a chance that she would have gone for it, because we haven't seen her like really dump into the Twinning Lock yet. I straight up think Twinning is such a potentially poisonous card. I believe the amount of lock it can give over anything else. Like Stargate's kind of comparable, I guess. Rashida under it, yeah, totally. Yeah, nearly. So what would we have to draw into? Like if we drew that, obviously we win. She knows we have the fast events, but we don't have it in hand. And the agendas in the deck. Excuse me. Very few. So there's only 3 agendas in the deck there. So that wasn't necessary to commit.
And the hostile is her game and not ours. So
yeah, we don't want to score the hostile.
GG though. That was a fun one.
It was 4-2 in archives.
For a while.
We're worried you were going to run it for the leash counter.
Once I saw it and remembered, I saw any turn you didn't score was an agenda. Yeah, for sure. So it probably was on the table, was an agenda, because this deck is running the 4-2 face ups. Again, some of the decks are actually running off-world office, which it's more interesting if you're bluffing like this. You can't really bluff with not Oaktown. But yeah. So she knew that definitely wasn't an agenda, which is totally right. We're not running food. All the agendas are either 3-2s or face up, and if we had a 3-2, we would have scored it. The leech was enough to give you ice. I didn't think it was an agenda too.
We installed it there to save credits.
And we never ended up using it.
20 starting a matching Stargate after 6+ slots. Yeah, kind of. It's interesting. The thing is, like, Stargate, while it's obviously incredibly powerful, it does also give some advantages to the corp. Like seeing the top of the deck does matter. Obviously, trashing cards, let alone trashing anything, is super powerful. But it's slotless, and it's just like, if like there's so many decks like this, and this is what I struggled in startup more. There's so many decks like this where this is what the ice looks like, and in startup, especially with Rozeki and the inevitability late game, like there's just ice suites like this that are broken for like 2 credits. In Stargate, in startup, this would be a 2 credit server. She's actually paying a bit more with Cradle, 4 credits. But a 2 credit server over and over again, like you just cannot break Twinning Lock.
Yeah, because she's using Buzzsaw and that.
Yeah, and Buzzsaw and Stargate, right? Like that's it.
Yeah, you too.
All right, see you in the stream.
Big meow, Nana. What are you meowing?
Oh wow.
Hold on. Do you want to make a big deal deck? I'm gonna pick up Nana.
Yeah, let's make a big deal deck. Do we have any news to talk about?
No.
Okay,
the tournament this weekend.
Right, cool.
Hold on, why is Nana here? What's going on in the other room? This is usually
Have you been kicked out?
Hold on, let me check. Standard. Okay. Why are you scratching the chair? Do you want to? What are we playing? What, 5 influence?
Yeah, like that's HB. Now I did suggest the name of the stream to be Vig Deal. We're gonna play NBN. We're gonna play Prav. We're gonna get a lot of money from Ubiquitous Vig, and then we're gonna use that money to play Big Deal. So to that end, let's play Asa Group. Asa Group, we will fully operational.
She ran away. I don't know what happens. Normally, like, so Nanako is like so in tune with online culture in a way.
Yeah, too much so I'd say.
If Maddie is in a work call, Nanako understands. She seems to understand when you say goodbye, bye.
Oh,
and then she immediately comes up and be like,
right.
"Oh, you're done." So
now it's my turn. Yeah, exactly.
And it's the same thing with a stream. Like she comes here at like 11:45, 11:30 when we understand the stream's up, and then she comes in. She's like, "Oh, it's over. We can hang out." I was so surprised she came in right there. It was a big deal to get a lot of money with an ubiquitous vig, then putting the counters on the vig.
Oh my god, Izzy, I didn't even think about that.
Good game, by the way. So cat ran away, by the way. Significant event. So what are we playing for money? So I've seen actually big deal decks in a lot of archetypes. I think HB is maybe the archetype I've seen the least. This HB archetype in terms of like fast advance, or sorry, in terms of big money, the only thing you can really do, and it's not always consistent, is Asa Group with
fully operational, of course.
Like, that's the only thing. Are you stealing my deck from yesterday? Wait, did you Vig deal yesterday?
I did. I wasn't doing that intentionally. I guess great minds think alike, and also us sometimes.
Other options, Shinteki. I wouldn't say any of this is big money.
No, for sure.
NBN, there's a bunch of good money stuff. GameNet has done it in a really slow, grindy way, and I don't ever want to play GameNet.
No, that's awful. Asmari could do it.
Asmari could definitely do it. It's just also very.
Oh,
did she get you?
She got me.
Hey, now
it goes on stream, and I'm bleeding out.
We have to cut her now. She's been really sharp. Who's that? Oh my gosh, she's here.
Hi everyone. Just hanging out. Cat.
I really don't know. Something's going wrong in the other room if she's getting that much attention. Nana, what are you doing? It's a Thursday night. That's pretty cool. Yeah, she will climb up on the back of the chair specifically if she's not.
Hey, can that be the thumbnail? Being shocked as a cat jumps up on my head.
It's the opposite of understanding online culture. We need to see the cute cat. She's not going to be easy to pick up at this moment. Okay, other stuff we could do. Oh, also worth noting, in Asa Group, we can do NASX, which actually does help a lot.
True.
Yeah, that's a really good thing. This stream is straight.
First of all, it isn't. Okay.
We have like obviously building a
better world obviously makes sense. Built to last makes some money.
Don't want to do it. Are we doing it? Let's do it.
Okay,
let's just like
exactly
turn
for the sake. Anything like Zaphod Beeblebrox always says, anything for a weird life, or in this case, anything for the most boring possible ID into an interesting card.
Okay, so a couple bad things. Spending 10 influence on Big Deal, a card that's trashable and we can't recur anymore without archive memories, means that's going to come at the cost of playing a lot of the transactions, because there's a fair few transactions which are not within the Wayland sphere.
That's unfortunately true.
That's pretty bad. Saraswati challenge, Diogene. There are a few identities that I like less than Saraswati. It's like on my list of agendas that are identities I think I like the worst, the least. Because I think that Saraswati also a lot of times encourages people to do really it's one of the IDs that's almost always strictly better in something else. Very, very directly. Don't be a coward 3 exit. That's actually a really good point. No, we need spin doctors. Maybe we don't. Okay, so we have to play as many transactions as we can, because when we pay transaction we get more credits. So we can hit basically every button here and then see where the influence spends. A lot of the transactions are relatively cheap. So firstly, too big to fail. This is going to be just
100%.
I don't know, 100%, man. 8 credits? Yeah, okay, whatever. 100%. yeah, we're big deal deck. The problem is like it's so easy for this deck to be on like 15, 20 credits, and then we're going to have to do, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Blockchain? Yeah, probably blockchain. Planos, I think, is Arizona. How's it going? Is probably going to get into the list for sure. Stock buyback doesn't make sense. We're playing big deal. We're playing big agendas.
Yeah.
Now we around it. Necessity to close. I think we're only running 5 threes. I don't know. Red level clearance is like, I think a lot for 2 influence.
That's
we're not doing anything combo-ish. Like using this for value, I don't think is worth a slot.
No, not for 2 influence.
Yeah.
Like predictive, probably,
better, and I think we do 2 spin doctor, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe 3 spin doctor. Okay, liquidation. This is what OP used to look like. It's remarkably bad.
Oh man, it's a double too. I forgot it was a double.
So you could do this into like hard-hitting news.
Yeah.
Mid seasons abstractly, but no one's ever done that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Hedge fund. Yeah. Great. Hanse review? No, thank you. Government subsidy? Definitely. And extract on its own is just a hedge fund plus. So 15 operations or 13 operations. Right?
Sure. Well, what do we? How much stuff do we have to trash with extract though?
How many stuff do we have to trash with extract? You can just play this for 4 credits.
Oh, you can just play it for 4 credits.
You just play it for 4 credits. It's just hedge fund. It's like totally fine.
Yeah. Okay. Just okay.
Okay, nothing better here. Spin Doctor.
Spin Doctor, Nasex.
Yeah, sorry.
Twerk on the
Arzan,
devil.
what are you talking about? Gnostics there? Extractor, you got 9 operations for no influence. Yeah, that's okay. It's like probably not amazing. For 2 triggers on every transaction. Oh, you can do that? So Nasex is 2. Okay, so the extra credit you get apparently from Wayland Consortium's thing. I had a 3
because one
neurospike.
credit comes from your ID, the other credit comes from a card.
Yeah, I'm assuming it was like the rules on Marvel Champions where it says additional stuff, they count it as it's all counted as one thing. Does that actually work? Exile, how's it going?
I guess we're about to find out.
We're gonna find out, I guess. Obviously, the question is what we don't need to play 3 neurospikes. What what's going on? What is our agenda suite? Because we need to play 5/3s. We can play them hyper defensive 5/3 agendas. So Cityworks Project doesn't make a lot of sense. SDS is like totally fine.
SDS I like.
Send a message like helps us. It buys time.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any other 5/3? Like vulnerability audit makes no sense. A big deal.
No, right. Yeah, of course not.
Hostile is obviously fine.
Is Hostile how we win? Like 5/3s and Hostile?
I think so.
Sure.
High risk, is that a thing anymore? I don't think it's a thing anymore.
No, not for a while.
Yeah, it has rotated a while ago.
Or no, high risk investment with Order and Chaos that rotated a few months ago. Yeah.
What is the other one? I'm thinking the terminal directive one that also rotated. Yeah.
I was also thinking of what there's the one like executive. You know, where they're all in like a jacuzzi. You know, where
the hot tub one?
Yeah, a bunch of
That's
guys.
rotated like many years
Yeah,
ago.
I know. I can't remember what that card's called.
Executive retreat, I think.
Executive retreat, and that just
That's
like
not
lets
gonna show
you,
up here.
it just lets you refresh your hand. I think.
It forces your hand, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So
Was Grift the 5/3 and
yeah, Grift is the one I'm thinking of, which is like fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we just played like 3 hostiles. We played 21 agenda points. It's just so important that we find a hostile, and if they steal a second hostile, it doesn't change what they need to win. So I don't care about running more of these.
We don't do GFI because the math is not beneficial for us.
Not only is
and
the
it's
influence doesn't make sense. Actually, wait.
Did we not do our spin doctors and stuff? Oh, you put in Neurospike instead of
and then I cancel stuff. So we don't want to do GFI because GFI inherently doesn't change the amount of agendas they have to steal to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like if we run GFI, they still win on 3 agenda steals. No matter what we do. Besides, like it doesn't do much. It doesn't actually help us do anything. We also want to play punitive for sure. Predictive, spin. And then we'll run 3 punitives because it is a win condition.
Yeah. It's something.
GFI is the only big deal target. I don't think it's going to make a lot of sense for a big deal deck just to score GFI. Because we want to play as few agendas as we can so we don't flood out. All right, we only have like not a lot of slots left.
16 cards, all ice, baby.
Yeah.
Do we do Malapert just to... No. Well, no. I mean, we're not
going to score like no agendas. So we have to spend our influence on ice sets and factions. So Afshar is great. Again, we're actually going to play unironically at Winchester because we're barely going to make a remote server. What else is like good?
We've got to send a message so we can go kind of high, right?
Yeah, we can do some of the bigger stuff. We just have to watch out because we do the bigger stuff. Well, obviously, we're playing blockchain.
Yep.
At least
not even 3. Not even 3 blockchain.
Yeah,
okay.
we'll play 2 blockchain to start. I don't know if we play 3 of them, but they're honestly fine. Like we have enough transactions that this does become daunting. What else is good? Afshar is good. Aked is actually good if you triple advance it. I think that's a bit too expensive. Board control is like obviously great.
Archer 100%.
Okay,
fine.
Archer for send a message. I think that's too like it's so easy for us to have Archer in a hand, and if we forfeit a hostile, like we're gonna never win the game. So I don't think we can do it.
Yeah, even I, an Archer lover, has to admit it's not the Archer day.
Yeah. Hordem is fine. I'd rather run mouseless. We probably have better end runs. What else? It's never Maskarovka.
Sometimes Maskarovka.
Let's look at a Pharaohs. That's one.
I like Pharaohs. Yeah,
that's fine. Tithonium. Tithonium is a bit expensive. It's a really good card though. People don't respect the face check on it. But we have to spend 9 on this. I'm worried that's going to be expensive when we need to spend 15 credits to score a card. So
3 Surveyor.
Veritas. No, it's too much money. Like a Surveyor functionally costs like 7 credits.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
like it's functionally very expensive. What else? There's some like basic stuff. Sandstone is fine. We need Mouse Eye. Something like this. 51 cards. Upgrades. Let's look at those real quickly to see if there's anything we're missing. I don't know if there's any operations we're missing, but we're being like pretty single-minded here. Chrism Grid would be like fine. We can always play a Chrism Grid. Force Connection is fun. It's a way to leverage credits. Otherwise, what? Nothing. Try to leave hot tubs in the cube for as long as possible because it's fun, but 5/3 without defensive abilities are rough. Yeah. Hot tubs doesn't. It did see play in a deck, but it was kind of because it's a meme card. Okay, so we have way too much
ice. Yeah.
I'm worried with 2 big deal that we are going to have to build a remote server. I think 2 big deal is not enough. Maybe we do go 3 big deal.
Go 3 big deal. Oh, God.
That's 17 crests. I thought it was 15.
No, I think 2 and 3 spin doctors is fine.
Yeah, that seems fine. This seems fine.
Do we really need Winchester? We've got 2 Afshar. Like our
yes
HQ is okay.
Yeah,
okay.
we play one. We play one. It's a Winchester stream. It's been good so far to us. Okay. So Aket, I think we're never going to advance this. We have no wall to wall. We have no anything. Blockchain we're playing. Birding we're playing. Ferris is expensive. Sandstone we probably don't need. So maybe we can do this, and this is like our pseudo Christian grid.
Yeah, there we go.
This seems fine. Rashida, we're probably not going to build a remote server. I think over Rashida we probably soon play in Geofront. 18 credits for advancing. Yeah. I don't think we're going to build a remote.
Like
I think
we will not be able to do big deal twice.
Yeah, we will. We have to.
I mean, I know we have to, but like the chances that one gets trashed, the chances that one doesn't get drawn, like they're very high.
No, 3 spin back there. Believe in yourself.
You know I'm not capable of that. I take medication for that. Come on, man.
I was probably like 25 years old when I realized that this word was not this. I was going my whole life saying significant. Were you not?
No, but I have similar stories. Like for me, it was even right now I'm doubting myself. Is it blister board or Bristol board? When you like
Bristol,
you're making a project at school. Let me get some blister board. Like I was in my 20s when I realized I had that spell.
But there's something else like that, like blister paper. No, blister pack. Yeah, blister pack is the crappy plastic.
Sure.
Yeah, Bristol. Yeah, there's a bunch of other words like that. I think they're pretty common. Like also, I say a fair bit. 3 Nasics is a bit wild. I say what is it? Quote. It's quote end quote, right? Because you're marking your quotes.
Yeah.
A lot of people say quote and quote.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Myself sometimes included. Timberlake, I don't think it makes a lot of sense. Like our ice is not particularly positional.
Yeah. Let's not spend one. I used to think that epiphany and epiphone were 2 different words that meant the same thing. Yeah. How do you spell epiphany?
APIPHANY.
Sorry, EPIPHANY.
No, sorry. I'm thinking of hyperbole and hyperbole. That's it.
We thought hyperbole was a word is the problem.
I thought hyperbole was a word because like I'm a fucking reader, and so I see words. Or no, the other one was the word that I now know is pronounced awry.
Yeah, awry.
That word shows up in books
and no
about
one says awry.
200 times more often than you hear it out loud. Yeah.
Wayland. So very funny. Hold on.
Very funny. That's sort of, there's a word for that, a word that you've never heard and you think it's wrong, and it's calliope. But funny enough, that is a word that is also a calliope itself, because a lot of people say calliope, which is again what I said for a little time till I found out it was calliope.
Calliope is a person, right, in Greek
from
myth?
Greek myth, yeah.
Hyperbole is of course my favorite football event of the year. Can't wait for the Hyperbole in Qatar this year. Never mind.
Hey, that 2 rhyme with concerto. How do you get that to rhyme? That's so cool.
That's great.
Concerto.
I'm actually loving this.
Hitherto. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So Pat's reading could be said to have led him astray. I don't really know what. Okay, I don't really know why you got me to say a rude word on stream like that, Izzy. But thank you.
I scream and turn every time I say. I think a lot of people still spell ridiculous with an e and think of the contraction of have as the word of. Oh, had of? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Should have. All that stuff does show up a lot.
I still pronounce diviner the way I do.
Yeah, you do say it wrong. You said it the other day on the weekend. You're like, it's a diviner. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Okay. So someone bled out elsewhere in the store. There's right at their ears.
I used to say respite incorrectly. No, respite and respite are 2 different things. You can take a respite, but you can do something. Oh, I'm thinking of inspite. Respite. No, respite. Respite is not right. It's respite. Generally.
Respite, yeah. And then sometimes you get like city names.
There was gonna be a problem, Clot.
A clot will be a funny problem. Oh, that'll be so funny.
Sounds really
but it isn't, because no, you're right. It is. It's absolutely a problem.
It's not a problem if you have 4 2s. Okay, so
mobile and mobile. Butte and butt.
This is not good, but we have a punitive win condition. That's pretty good. Just waiting for the claw realization. Yeah.
Thank you for not bringing it up earlier. We appreciate it. We didn't.
So blockchain is like fine.
God, look at that. We just made 5 credits.
Dude, we're gonna be able to big deal next turn.
Oh my god.
The blockchain. No, we're sure to declare that. Any chance Sandberg could be in here? Sandberg only makes sense if you're icing your server. Currently, Sandberg is a really, really bad card, considering it loses to boat, it loses to pinhole threading. It's like a very, very bad card in the modern meta. But that also means that we have to ice our remote server, which we have no interest in doing.
Hey, here's some bad news. They're playing a good deck.
No, I think we're fine.
Okay.
They have Claude, but I think we're not in the worst spot.
Finance. Whoa. Scrub.
So
Sorry.
we need 18.
We were sharing, but we didn't need to hear that degeneracy.
We need
Finance.
18, so we're going to do this next turn.
Yep.
I never heard of a calliope being used to describe a word you don't know well. I think that's it's the term for a word that you've never heard pronounced, so you're saying it wrong. At least that's what I've read.
Another fun one is eggcorn. That's the name for a word that you... Is that like a word that you hear and you think it's spelled differently than it is? Like people hear acorn and think it's spelled eggcorn?
Who the heck thinks eggcorn?
Are you trying to normalize an experience you had that has been haunting you?
I've got an audience of thousands. I'm trying to get it. I'm going to get out of the ether. I have to normalize myself. I have to wish it to be real.
Okay, so they can not Claude us.
What?
Oh, they can.
You
Claude
can do
us.
2 of those?
They can.
I thought those were unique.
Yeah, no, they're not.
I'm thinking of the other one, right?
Arizona was talking about doing double a Reaver. Okay, we're just gonna go for it. Do we SDS the Reaver? No, they have simul chips for days. We're just gonna get a.
But they don't have a simul chip out right now.
So. No, we can do it. We can do it. This is our first ever big deal on the channel.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm here for this.
Oh, it's terminal. Hold on.
It was our last ever big deal on the channel. Okay, so eggcorn is a word or phrase that you say wrong, but the wrong use kind of makes sense anyway. Disagree? Like saying for all intensive purposes instead of for all intents and purposes.
Intensive purposes is another really good one.
But eggcorn doesn't make sense.
Yeah, acorn is really weird.
I guess an acorn is like a seed.
I think we have to give up on the punitive. We need a top deck, either a planogram or too big to fail. Because they have an absurd amount of draw. All their no free lunches are, again, like 3 credits, 2 card draw. This is basically like better, what's it called? Geist, which is pretty wild. DZ, MZ, a bit greedy. Okay.
Yeah, pretty greedy, actually.
Pretty greedy, we say on a double big deal.
Okay, well, let's hope we draw a planogram.
We got to get that back in the deck. Okay, well, our punitives are not doing much. They probably have log vault. Yeah, they could. They probably do have log vault. So the punitives are
What's log vault? Why am I?
Log vault is the design name of Stone Chip Chart Room in early test days.
Oh,
specifically, Sangren gets called out because he always calls it log vault, and so now we know the name. Oh, cool.
Actually, that wasn't even the name that it was nearly. I probably shouldn't say, but like there was a different name for it, like 2 weeks before a public a publication.
So we have shatteringly few agendas in the deck.
Yeah. This is fine.
Once we get the mouseless up, like they have to produce a breaker. Oh, okay. Well, we have a mouseless now.
Ho, ho, ho.
Imagine that was another blockchain. Oh, they have a paperclip. So this blockchain, they break for 5 credits. It's not that good, is it? Patrick, this deck looks not only bad, but uninteresting.
It's because we've only played... we've not played enough... transaction. That's simple as that.
Yeah. The problem is we just haven't drawn enough transactions. Maybe that's why you're like low key excited for red level clearance. So this is a hard ice to deal with. This is the best ice we could have gotten in R&D. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at least has three subs.
Yeah,
and blockchain has like 4 now, I guess.
This though is the issue. It's like the conduit. So they're gonna give us a credit, obviously. They're a bit weak to punitive here. If we could top deck like a TBTF, we could maybe punitive them to death.
Thanks for calling me out, dude.
Always. Oh, blockchain HQ. So this might just get the paperclip down. The axis here isn't that relevant, but maybe the boat counters matter. It's a really charming thing, the log vault, though. And I would love to know a bit more. I want to do trivia based off of what are the testing names for some of these cards. I guess it's a bad. Oh.
Okay. Maybe we got this.
Wait, is that a 6-point punitive? No, that's a 3-point. Boy, punitive is online right now.
Punitive is online.
Punitive is online. Oh no, that is 2 card draw and 3 credits.
3 credits could be important.
Well, they can't die to punitive. We can wipe their hand.
Really hoping we drew money.
So we have to do credit punitive. I think we can't afford that. Oh man, single no free lunch. I think here we purge, but we like thinking like we can't do spite punitive. Because it drops them down to 0 cards, and we can afford it. We can do credit punitive, and oh no,
she has one link. God, I forgot about the.
So I think we just
goddamn one link.
Or we just lost. If we top deck 2B2 for all punitives would be good. No, it doesn't matter because she has 6 cards in hand. She drew twice with Reaver. We have to purge. She wins on a single axis. Now punitives are dead.
Oh, that sucks so much.
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
I feel so bad.
One day I want to get a set of altereds that are all the playtest names and altereds. Fantastic shitpost tier art. That's super charming. I haven't seen any of it, but I have no doubt it is.
Yeah, I'm actually not in any of the playtest servers. I've never seen some of the playtest art. That'd be fun to take a look at.
This deck, it's so bad. They had such a good start.
They had an incredibly good start, yeah.
But this is awful.
No,
Two
hey.
ice.
Hey, do you need some of my pills? Hey, bud, come on.
Oh, this is so not good. They're DZ.
I mean, that's very greedy. Come on. I guess that lets them get the paperclip up for 1 credit, so might as well
cool.
keep trashing. Oh, of course, because now it becomes 2 credits per turn with Pawn Shop. You just keep reinstalling the paperclip.
Yeah. So we have to ice this thing up. So punitives are dead. Planogram is good. If we're basically breaking R&D lock, which we can't really afford to do. We have one big deal, and big deal's RFG'd. Oh, I thought we could play this again. I thought we were gonna spin doctor this thing back in.
Folks, it's gonna be an early night. Andre's feeling really tired. I've got to get home. I've got a busy day tomorrow.
This thing's really bad.
Yeah, we're just gonna end the night with some book talk. What's everyone reading these days?
Oh, that's really quite bad, huh? Like, how do we win from here? We have to draw the 1 in 34. That's so wild. This was such a cursed deck idea. Okay, it's good to have a bunch of those, I guess. You can never have enough of those.
Yep. By the way, has anyone read any books this year they really liked? I have not read any books this year I've loved, unlike last year. Like the last book I read was Ken Liu's Grace of Kings, which was an interesting book, and I like talking about it, but not great.
Concede must be Italian. What?
Concede.
Oh,
Concede.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah.
That is funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Izzy, I don't know what time it is for you. No, it's probably the same time. I think you live in the same time zone, but.
So if we bluff the hostile, we lose the game.
What a fun phrase.
I think that's like a totally fine way to lose this, because we have to. If we can't lose to Claude. Action. There's a chance they don't have Claude if they're on double. Like this is already 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with the paperclip, and I think they're on like 3 no free lunch. So I think there's no Claude.
Harry Potter Methods of Rationality. That sounds interesting. Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah, I don't think they have Claude.
Oh yeah, Dark Matter's been on my list for a while now. I should. Big Deal Ag Infusion deck that won Italian Nats. If you're looking for an escape route, still involving Big Deal. I wonder if the Montreal player who moved to Italy is played in that.
Yeah,
I should check in on him.
Dungeon Crawler Carl, my partner, and I both read through 5 of them. Interesting. Euler. Oh, cool. So that's good for a turn. Also, a cheap thing you want to reinstall over and over again with DZ. It does charge the conduit while they don't use the conduit. It charges it. After this run, they need to click the conduit button. Yeah, like that.
Here we go.
Ooh, this is cool. This is like a really good example of like the differences in tiers of Netrunner decks, where like you come in with an idea and then someone comes in with like hyper efficient.
I always tell people, a good player with a bad deck can beat a bad player with a good deck.
Sometimes. Oh, and then we have all this cool ice, but there's endurance, so it's not going to line up.
Huh.
Now we can't purge. It doesn't really do anything, so we have to ice up. The question is, how do we ice up?
Install blockchain, extract the blockchain. That's all blockchain is good for.
That's what blockchain is for, yeah. Colossus will eventually eat the bow counters. Like, we have to do something to eat the bow counters. Now the Oiler's like a bit uglier on this thing. So border control is like not amazing because it gives them a target for them to bounce into.
If anyone plays Netrunner in Vermont or New Hampshire, hit me up. There have been players in Vermont. I don't know who's active right now, but people used to drive down to Vermont from Montreal to play in Burlington.
Yeah.
I wonder if there are.
Yeah, there was a scene. I've gone to many store championships in both Vermont and New Hampshire.
Is that the time that Eric got in trouble with border control?
Yeah, that's the time Eric got in trouble with the border. I have a die in here that is like, it's like Stone Wolf Games, Wolf something games that they had at an event. It's actually really good. And then in Vermont, there's one in downtown Burlington that we've been to a couple times.
Do we want that back in the deck?
Or we lose, yeah. Because they're going to run archives to get bow counters, probably.
I guess so.
So yeah, I think there's definitely some players there.
Yeah.
We also have a player who recently moved back into our meta who came from Vermont. I don't know, from New Hampshire. So they probably have a better read. How's it going, by the way, Sophie?
Yeah, hi. Anyway, like check GLC. Someone will know.
Yeah, but there's definitely a scene there. At least classically was. Oh, they bring the Oiler back over and over again. Yeah, they don't have clock. We should have figured that out. Two Reavers in the line. Oh, it's on me, I guess.
What's in New Hampshire? What like cities are in New Hampshire?
I honestly don't know. I've only been to small cities. Oh, this shuffle. So now the what's it called? Is actually really different. The conduit. Yeah. Okay. Good. That's
okay. Great. Good. GG. Thanks for the game.
Close one. Yeah. I think they're hibernating. I'm trying to recruit some new players to create some excitement. Oh, interesting. Yeah, maybe they were like older players, so maybe they're doing something different. Or excuse me, maybe they haven't played for a while.
Oh, that's a good point, Thoth. Like MJ Newman has a book out. That would be interesting to read, actually.
This deck is terrible.
Yeah. You haven't been reading much this year, have you?
No. You know I don't know how to.
That's true.
No, I haven't. I've read the first couple chapters in The Lord of the Rings. And then I always get this issue where my reading momentum is fickle. And
if just the slightest interruption in your schedule or something.
Yeah, and then I forget that I'm reading, then I forget where I are, and then you spiral backwards. On top of that, like I think winter is harder for reading because in the summer it'll be like an excuse to be on the balcony.
Yeah.
But in the winter is like, well, you're indoors. You could just play a board game, I guess.
Yeah. Would outfit would have enough money to run a big deal? Probably.
Outfit, I think, is like a better choice because not only is our money better, like that's a big difference between outfit and disability. And this is why I really don't like disability. Is like if the outfit triggers once, that is 3 triggers of this nonsense bad ability. And on top of that, the outfit inherently is like very, very, very well recommended to run or encouraged to run better ice, right?
Yeah.
Like Bulwark is just good. Like Boat doesn't deal with it that well. What's it called? It's fantastic. Trebuchet is amazing. Well, you might need to run, and that deck actually can probably run and sit back and hit what's it called? Roughneck Repair Squad pretty easily.
Yeah,
we're not doing much, so I do think that we probably after this does fail, we'll try and build in the outfit.
Yeah, Sophie, if you think you might head up to Montreal, like please join the Facebook group or message me, and I can send you a link to the Slack channel where Montreal mostly hangs out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we're losers who haven't caught up with the rest of the world yet.
Slack's charming.
I know.
I'm like 2 books off my 100-book goal. Whoa, Frisbee.
In Montreal, we didn't get the 2010s until the 2020s. So we're still working on our high-tech chat functions.
Yeah, we've just been Slack for a long time. Good YA-ish young folks fighting literal nightmares.
I think this referring to MJ Newman's book.
Cool.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, Montreal's fine compared to the rest of the country. It's still terrible.
But I'm with that.
Yeah, we do make literal concessions with this deck, I think. Am I right?
All right. Hey, bet.
Yeah, well, okay.
Oh, that was meant to be.
Well, how about I take care? Okay.
At least you still have 2010 housing prices. We really don't. Okay, so it's Zaya. Zaya's not really good at interacting with. Actually, no, she's pretty good at interacting with SDS drone deployment. Considering that there's probably coffee on the table. We can ice HQ. We can get a Colossus early, which is not amazing. I do think we want the blockchain on HQ. It's actually really easy to board a boomerang list. Like the subroutines are not that impactful. So we're gonna get the money.
How can you say that?
Sorry?
It's our most impactful ice.
Yeah, that's why we're running 3 of it. So I do think we put the boarding control on R&D just so we don't get diversioned. Or sorry, on HQ, and then we'll put this on R&D. The Colossus is better later. And like we will happily big deal in SDS drone deployment to trash like a breaker. I use Facebook from middle school. Is Netrunner still like a thing on Facebook? Is Netrunner Geeks or Dorks, whatever it's called? That's
they're still quite active. Mostly they're powered by memes.
Okay.
Which I think is fine. Like
that's cool.
Pretty soon I won't be able to get memes from my normal source.
We probably shouldn't have res this, honestly.
Yeah.
They would gain extra credit. We gain an extra credit here. But this puts us far from government subsidy, and
it prevents us from trashing.
Oh, they could trash that. You're right. No, they don't.
No, they didn't have enough money. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't rent that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Cactus, how's it going? Good evening. Yeah, so this is a bit ugly. Again, we're gonna be clicking for cards. So Dawkins Pass, so we have to watch out. That means they're definitely on I would assume very likely less on more on Virtuoso, less on the one that goes around. Sneak door.
Yeah, Virtuoso for sure. That makes sense.
Oh, this is ugly.
Don't forget to res it.
Has anyone seen Masquerade out in the wild? Never, not once, ever. And it's kind of just the issue. Like
I used it a lot in my startup op
in
deck.
every single format, there's a better 3-cost barrier.
Yeah, maybe.
Like in startup, I think what's it called is way better.
Sandstone.
Sandstone is better. Aked is better. So this will actually rob them 2 credits. It will turn off or send a message. Hold on. What does this do? The corp gains 1 and the runner loses 1, and we only have 1 transaction. That's not worth resing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Zaya. I thought this was Sable. Oh, that's on me. That's why I thought Virtuoso. So no, this is probably a tag me list.
Great.
That's scary. That we want border control and R&D for sure.
I do really like the face check of Maskarovka. Obviously, when it hits in op, it's
so comparable to Aked, if not worse.
Yeah,
1 more credit than Aked.
But I don't feel bad about trashing the Maskarovka for op.
Yeah, this is tag.
Okay.
This is tag. Okay.
Raz, let's start getting some money. So it doesn't get credit from itself.
No, it says anything besides itself. Yeah. Other than, yeah, okay. So this is tag me. Okay, so we need to ice up everything. I would love to be able to play this turn. If we didn't res, we could, just because it turns this thing on. But this deck is running generally Paperclip. It's running a Mayfly, but it's going to want to run HQ for sure. So this is at least good against Hot Pursuit. We have no Chrysiums. We're going to want to double ice HQ so they don't get an early doof, which will really upset us. This is the one turn that we need to survive to get the government subsidy up. Once we get the subsidy up, we're like kind of in the clear. But yeah, this is the tag me sort of list. This could easily be either Whiteblade's list or specifically like also Austin Mills' list. The Nisei, or sorry, Nelson comparison. That's the first time I said Nisei in a long time.
I still see Nisei's all over the place. All right, just getting a quick access here.
We let them have it.
Yeah, we let them have it for sure.
If it's a send a message, we're fine. If it's an SDS, they can't steal. They do draw like a lot of cards here. This actually denies them 3 cards. Whatever. I think we need to play the government subsidy. This looks like an archer. 10 credits, no res. Super weird.
Yeah, they nailed it.
They know that we
They know it. Yeah.
All right, Zai gains 2 as well. Draw 2. So they can't doof here. So we're gonna subsidy. I don't think we're gonna advance this. Rogue trading, okay. So they're gonna get 12 next turn and 2 tags. So we don't have meat damage. So I think we're gonna ice up HQ for sure. Some of the lists have 1 sneak door. I'm not sure if Austin. Does Austin's list have 1 sneak door? I suspect Masquerade might see play in Parhelion startup because there won't be a competing 3-cost barrier. That's true. That is the one time that I think it will matter. Oh, we play this. It didn't matter. We'll
so,
first.
Just to be clear, Ysengrin's allowed to spoil what isn't in Parhelion, but Patrick isn't. Okay, I get how it works now, Null Signal. Jesus Christ. Like, come on, man.
Austin's list has a sneak door. Okay, so we do want to ice up archives. On that point, if they do install one of their one-of breakers, like we will big deal this SDS deployment. Like if we trash a breaker, they have very limited breakers.
Yep.
Should I sleeve hacker as yellow or black? John,
yellow.
Yellow. Yeah, I would say yellow. Yellow is like yellow and white are hard sleeve colors because they get dirty very easy. So I'd kind of avoid those. At least that's the way I see it. On my drive home, I brewed up some improvements to the jank deck I played earlier.
The one you played earlier tonight?
One, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to trash this. What did you improve?
Yeah, did you replace the ID with con?
Improve, he said.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread. It's one of those words where you read it. Yeah.
Okay. We can easily lose again to this. I'm gonna put this on R&D because it's one of the best things. We'll definitely trash this. We're gonna draw once. Okay. Chrysium. Well, we have a Chrysium.
Chrysium on HQ would be pretty helpful.
Yeah, Chrysium and R&D is usually how we win. Like we're pretty.
Oh yeah, because they're doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the tag thing. If NSG put 2 3-cost Wayland barriers in this, me said I'd start a petition to start a new organization. Finally, Jinteki will get a barrier. There's a big altar. So that means they can face check into Colossus. I think they might. No, we had this in our opening hand. Wow. It's either the border control or the blockchain. If we res the blockchain, it's going to steal 2 credits from them. If we res the border control, it costs 3 credits. This costs us. Yeah, let's res the big one. It obviously is bad with send a message in hand. Like, it's a blockchain. No paperclip.
Yeah, no paperclip. That's money in the bank.
A fixed con reprint would be cool. Yeah, I want to see more like.
I'd like to see them try. Like, I wouldn't have a problem if NSG put multiple IDs per faction in a pack, just because hey, we have some interesting ideas for new IDs. I think
IDs are obviously way more important than new cards. Like new.
Yeah. Oh, yes, certainly. But like I just think it would be cool. Like if you have multiple interesting ideas for IDs, don't hold them back. That's what people love.
Oh, if they're on Slipstream, you want the border control res. That's totally true. But if we never ice a remote Izzy, we're not weak to Slipstream. Slipstream is only remote. Like we're never gonna ice this. What if one of those had 3 subroutines and one was Massacre? Okay, I think we just click for 3. Like I think that is the sort of awful deck that we've. No, we probably put this on HQ.
Has NosX not made any money?
No, it makes a credit turn.
No, I mean, but like, has it not like gained?
We've never fired it because you have to pay 2 to put money on it. It's an active ability.
Oh my god, I forgot
about that. So you
pay
pay ups at power counters and then you trash it. So it's not a passive ability. You have to commit. We do want Spiderweb back. I think parallel. If we had Spiderweb back, it'd be really big for the meta.
Yeah, Spiderweb would be amazing. And I'm not going to say what I know about Parhelion or what I've forgotten about Parhelion.
So now that we have this res, we're going to play one more transaction and then we're going to try and fast advance this thing out.
We are so good.
That's the best draw. Because next turn we're going to fast advance out and trash the Begalter and still hold on.
That'll be solid.
Like 8 credits. Would people be more interested in competitive or jank IDs? Would you rather they learn OP or strange? I'd rather have interesting IDs, and I don't think I care so much whether they're powerful or not. Yeah. I'd rather things be interesting. Like
yeah, for sure. Like the only thing I'd say is like jank IDs can sometimes all out of nowhere become ultra powerful and dominate the meta.
Yeah, it's just like I don't want another and this is not so much a critique of like past sets, but like if there's just another set that was like this is a runner that gets a credit of value every turn by doing something you're doing anyways, like
absolutely.
Color me not excited.
I want to see NSG's Naseer. I want to see
I want to see Naseer stuff like that, yeah. I think extra IDs would put a lot of pressure on narratives to keep plots coherent to some extent.
I mean, yeah, that is certainly like that is the consideration.
Ooh.
But I don't know. You can have people who don't really matter to the narrative.
Boomerang on border control. That seems fine. We have Colossus here, which will trash the Begalter. Give them a tag, unfortunately. They can farm tags on this, which is something we want to avoid. Hot Pursuit Jailbreak. Okay.
Yeah, interesting.
So we're just going to go ahead and score this, right?
Mm-hmm. Advance once this time. There we go.
You learn. Score it, yeah. Goodbye. Okay.
There we go.
You're a poisonous, annoying deck. If opposite NSG's Naseer, I don't know what it could be.
I mean,
yeah, they don't really need that. Like Colossus technically does nothing. It's a lot of barriers though. We'd love to hit their barrier breaker. Please play a Fractor. It's Paperclip. Okay, so never mind. Opposite NSG's Blue Sun. I think that's more accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do think I want more weird abilities like Naseer, and I think Naseer would be so fascinating right now. I really like the when you get things thematically linked to IDs, the ice and assets that went for GameNet, for example, or Khan's Bird Breakers, Hoshiko's Companions. Yeah, that stuff is really cool. And I think we're going to see, like, obviously weapons is like a sub theme here. What do we do here? Colossus is really bad.
Because it gives them tags. And yeah, Colossus is entirely worth those to us.
Now, the cool thing is if we res the border, so if we
pop the border control now,
if we res the Chrysium, they don't get their boomerang back. We just have to hope they don't get the 1 and 3 here. Yeah, we're fine. We'll just res the Chrysium.
But it's a 2 and 3, by the way. Just to be clear.
If they hit the Spin Doctor?
No, they've got Docklin, so it's 2 and 3 chances of hitting something we don't want them to hit.
This is when successful? No. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So now they don't get the boomerang because it's not a successful run. And they have to deal with this. Like they have so many unsuccessful run events. They've thrown on 1 Hot Pursuit. It's going down first.
Losing the border.
Oh, so wow. They missed the 1 agenda.
Okay. That's fine.
So we ran 3 Spin Doctors, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
All right. Paperclip in the bin. Bottom to gain 8. Draw credit. Unstoppable. Hostile, where are you? Well, we're doing it. We're believing in ourselves.
We are just gonna have to trash Colossus, though. We're gonna have to just extract the hell out of that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is okay. Now, if they're gonna get the Paperclip down if they run HQ, and that means the Colossus like HQ is by far our weakest server by a mile. So yeah, this is gonna be a bit ugly, and we can't really afford to res the Colossus. We just need to get something better there. Rogue, we have to trash that.
Yeah, no problem.
We'll gain 3 or draw 3. I think we just gain 3.
We gain 3. Trash that thing.
Oh no, they're tagged.
Okay,
no, like
yeah, why not? Things are feeling okay. So
we just gain money off of this.
We're not going to trash the Colossus.
With what though? Another boarding control seems awful.
No, I mean like extract it.
Oh yeah. We're definitely playing extract last click.
Yeah.
I was honestly just gonna get money off of it. I think that's honestly maybe the information was worth. I think the information is worth 3 credits.
It's possible. I'm not super against extracting. I think that's.
I think we definitely extract. I just think that. I think we definitely extract. I just think the information is worth more money. Like them being afraid of this is more money than anything. Yeah, we always trash Rosé. Oh, no, we're not on Hansei Sengen because we're on 2 big deals. So like that's all our influence, and then we're on Planogram Spin.
Hansei is just 1 influence though, right?
Yeah. Versus what would be 6 credits. You get the reality plus, not the reality plus, restoring humanity. Trigger. Yeah.
God, I can't wait for Parhelion.
Soon.
Related to nothing that we just said.
Yeah. Hansei something. How many more games do you plan on doing tonight? Probably 2 more, 3 more. Depends how long they are. Like that's usually it. Like we play till about I don't know your time zone now, but we generally play for another like 30 to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So usually 2 games. Checking archives. Pad tab. Seeing what we discard. Mutual favor. Oh yeah, that makes sense. We have no code gates yet.
Yeah, this is fine.
The last breaker that we have to trash.
This will be a fun, very satisfying one to trash.
Okay.
So let's just do hostile.
I was thinking of icing this up again, but then it's a liability to this. We'll just do hostile. This deck doesn't have boom right. Who knows? Sure. All right, so we win next turn if they don't steal both of our agendas.
Yeah, but if they steal an SDS, then that sets them back quite a bit as well.
Yeah. Oh, more biggest thing is if they trash this, we're in an awkward spot. That's good. This is totally fine.
Yeah.
And now the Colossus actually is going to connect.
Absolutely.
Oh, but now we're under 18 credits.
No, this is fine.
We're going to be on our 18 anyways because of
the
version. That's so bad for them, losing the Mina they just installed. It was free. Yeah, good that we didn't trash this.
Wait, how are they? Oh, do they have paperclip in the bin? How are they going to get through border control? Okay, cool.
And I don't think we popped the boarding control. I think we can eat the diversion.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we eat the diversion. Because it's so easy for us to like top deck an agenda here. Sorry, in a transaction to be fine. And now that they install this, now the Colossus is again taxing. Yeah, the Colossus is worth keeping for sure. We can lose 5. It's fine. That's 2 of their clicks. They lost the breaker. Can I pop the border control to keep beak money? Yeah, but we're on 17. I don't think it's worth it because then they can run through the server for free for HQ for sure. All good. Right? Like as soon as we pop the boarding control, the server is only Colossus and they just run and they get like Obelisk, Docklands Pass every turn. So I don't think we want to get rid of our end run. Because now these 2 ice work well in tandem. Singularly, none of them are good. So we need 18 credits for this. Yeah, just need 18 credits. We only have 1 more subsidy in the list. We've played 2 hedge funds, 2 subsidy. 1 too big to fail, 1 planogram, 1 extract. So we have, I still think, a fair few. It's about like 1 in 3 to draw a transaction. Yeah, we're more scared of the axes. And Obelisk gets eaten, right? Yeah, it gets eaten by a diversion, which is really weird.
Draw 1. Oh yeah, because the first time it's a successful run.
Not the first time the axis.
Yeah, of course.
Breach or whatever.
Is blockchain every 2 transactions? I can't remember.
So good. Yes, every 2.
Oh, that's amazing right now.
So good.
No matter where we put it.
Oh, it's so good. We're only weak to anything is to what's it called? The tag run. But we just put this in and start clicking for credits now.
Yep.
All right. See you at 18, guys. We'll be there in at least 4 turns. Yeah, that's really, really good. So Boomerang deals with this. But then if they're boomeranging, it's like most of their turn. Sneak Door is the one thing we have to worry about. I do think we can consider just putting a mouse list on our archives.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes sense.
Once we draw a sick transaction, we'll probably click 2 and put that on archives. Not that this does anything.
I mean, that's very funny also.
Send a message.
Too bad.
Oh, no. We was there the whole time. We should have put this on archives.
It's okay. We're gonna find an.
We lost the game so hard.
No, we didn't.
They can rewind that in frame by frame.
Yeah, while watching the senior heartbreaks. Oh, hey, 2 Simpsons references, 1 episode. We doing okay?
That feels so bad.
I nearly referenced 1 Week by Bare Naked Ladies multiple times after the first time, and I had to resist. That's professionalism.
Okay, we have to bring that back. Not wrecked. Yeah, check the wrecked. Oh, that was so bad. And we put this on archives. I think it would be safer. This big deal waiting room. Now it's a spin doctor waiting room. Oh, imagine not putting Kogi on archives. Yeah, I know, but it's like a one-up sneak door. I guess they were at the bottom of their deck. Yeah, we should have respected it. Like it was the immediate hindsight. Like, actually, wait, we're gonna lose this to spin doctor. Wow, this blockchain. It's like okay.
Yeah, but all right. If they run again, that would hurt very much.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this was only first time, so they probably don't. So this blockchain has how many subs? It's 5 subs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only 5 subs. It's not that meaningful. Right? And like they're not subs you technically have to break. Because if you can only break 1 subroutine, if you only have 3, you still get through it. It's not like they end the run. It's actually worse than development in some ways. Yeah. Obviously we get money, but like without the big deal in hand, it doesn't really matter. And they know we're not on 3 big deal considering you've seen influence. If they are savvy to counting the influence. But yeah, I don't think the developments are like that's the problem with this is not that good. This could be 6 strength easy. Okay, this is not great. They can't break it, but it gives them a tag. All right. It's something you need to actively avoid doing.
Yes.
Now it does trigger NASX. But so does mouse.
Install and install archives, right?
Yeah. The problem is we're probably going to have to res this mid-turn and just hope for the best. In terms of end the run code gates, how many do you think we have? I think we have 2 aftershars.
3. Wait, we put 2 aftershars in?
I think
we
so,
did,
2 aftershars. So that's the only end the run code game we have left.
Oh, right. My Mouseless is just the, I still get Mouseless and Hortum confused.
Pharos gives a tag too, also pretty bad. All right, we didn't draw any agendas. Sick. You try and give them so many tags they can't afford the CS. That's true. At some point, they might not be able to afford it. We have border controls on 2 centrals, so this stops them from winning.
Yes, I don't mind doing that.
Yeah, they also have to watch out. I was going to say watch out for punitive, and then I realized they do have 10 hand size. So no. Have we talked about how the guy on Big Deal looks like Billy Mitchell from documentary? He kind of does, but he's also that is Sam Sweat.
Careful, he will sue you. I think he's a very litigious person.
We had a rogue trading on the table and we didn't see it.
Oh, I must miss it.
I don't think we noticed there's a rogue trading on the table. We made a substantial misplay there.
Well, now we have another code gate to put on R&D. That's fine.
Yeah, but it doesn't do anything.
Yeah, but it's a code gate on R&D, and R&D is.
I think we actually rather have end the runs.
Okay, but they're rich.
Yeah, but they need to get through this and still have 7 credits. I think you're right. They're rich. Triple advanced mouses and archives. And we're not that worried about HQ anymore. But yeah, you're right. Triple advancing mouseless is actually very reasonable. I do think we triple mouseless the archives, but then like they boomerang us. I think that's the only thing we have to worry about is they boomerang this is pretty good. I think it's better. If you advance the ends the run, I do think it's better just to put an end the run there because they'll just boomerang it no matter what it is. Like this probably gets boomeranged the same way. I know what you mean. Well, I'll draw once again. Don't draw last click. Okay, glad we drew. Oh, this is so bad. NASX probably could be trashed there, honestly. It's still trashable. Yeah, we should trash the NASX.
Yeah, it does end the run once it's fully advanced. That's something.
Yeah, it's definitely something. Like here, it's worth it. On R&D, I don't think they're going to take any risks. I think they're just boomerang. They'll suss out what it is. And that's the thing is like, I think this is just more taxing regardless. It does give a tag though. They could bounce off of it, which is probably bad. Now, agendas in the deck, right? We have, there's only 3 more agendas in R&D. Yeah, there's only 3 more.
So I think there's 2 more.
We have 3 hostile.
Oh yeah.
So they're going for it now. And this is fine. We'd be way more worried if they do this on HQ. They might double CS back to get with all 4 clicks. They're going for it now. So it's a Pharos. This is 4 credits. They can take a tag 2 to see more. Maybe this was a bad res. No, they broke all of it. They could have got a tag off there. I think they allowed us to have this. We're going to border control this for sure, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely shouldn't have given them 12 credits. We needed to trash their thing. We didn't realize. All right. Got our money. So this thing has, again, 5 subroutines, not that taxing. Like it's 5 credits, same as development. But this one we will board to end the run.
Yeah.
They have one more on the list. But now they know it can go off.
There we go.
There you go. That's fine.
Absolutely.
So if this survives, again, there's only 3 agendas in R&D. We're in an okay spot.
Yeah, I suppose.
I was about to say the BC and archives to counter Slipstream. Slipstream is, you have to run a remote server if I'm not mistaken. So Slipstream is dead in this matchup. I'm pretty sure it's only remote server. Yeah, I don't know why they're breaking that. They could get a tag. Yeah, I think they realized. Well, Slipstream is any server? Get out. I thought it was remote. Okay. If they hit the big deal though, yeah, we're in a bad spot. Not at all. Okay, it's good to know. Yeah. Yeah, so they should have 2 more tags. It doesn't change the amount of money they need for Pharaohs because the way Paperclip works.
Yeah.
Now they're going to be able to access with 9 credits. Now, if this whiffs, they are going to just get all their credits back because they haven't accessed yet. But this is actually not unlikely to not win.
Yeah.
Like they need to steal 2 to the 3 agendas in R&D. And there's only 3 in 21. This might prompt them to go HQ. They don't have any clicks left. A big deal will definitely get trashed, which is a problem. A spin doctor will definitely get trashed, which is a problem. I think this is reasonable. There's not that many agendas in here.
Are they thinking about what a trash with an SDS, I guess?
Yeah, there's a good chance of a full whiff here, let alone.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, that makes sense. You want some water, by the way?
Yeah, I could do some. Oh, I mean, I could get it. Are you just going to pour it in?
Yeah, if you want. Just be careful. Not over the keyboard.
Yeah.
Let's do it over your phone.
Yeah, sure. Thank you very much.
Of course. All right. Got the credits. We survived.
And that was the last of those?
Yeah, that's the last of those. So now it's always single access. Fortunately. Okay, so now we have to survive, and the problem is we have to survive centrals. So this is safe. So what we can do is we can triple advance the mouseless. Like, that's the problem, is like we lose to any of these Dockland Pats hits. So triple advancing this is the best we have. The deck is running how many boomerangs? 3 probably. So like I think that just tells them that they boomerang this run HQ and we lose. But there's no way around it. Like double ice on here doesn't change anything. We could do a border control, but that like doesn't change anything. And we also know, like, this is the worst part, is that we're not winning the game. Like, we know in the top 19, there's no spin doctors, there's no big deals.
Yeah,
so
that's
like
true.
We're in a big deal waiting room 1 in 19. So we're gonna lose that game eventually. So we just have to like triple ice everything, and then we just lose to a cheeky single.
Yep.
If we put a second mouseless and triple advance it, then we've locked out all servers, barring the one Mayfly, which I think at some point they just wait HQ.
I mean, we'll never block out R&D entirely.
No, but then we know that
we know that R&D is safe for like
7 cards. Yeah, so we just have to make sure that we count to 7. I was gonna think we can shuffle with this, but I'm too used to playing op. Yeah. Yeah, this is a very, very poorly thought out deck in which
Gnostics has made us a lot of money by not using its cool ability.
Oh yeah, it's just a bad campaign.
Yeah,
it's a unique bad campaign. It's fine. Now, if we did not get, remember that turn where if we didn't get Sneak Door, we would have had it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like we 100% had the win in hand.
I remember that very clearly.
Yeah, that was a bad turn. Got an outfit skeleton. Yeah, it's gonna be easy to put this in outfit. We'll definitely at least do one game with outfit, I reckon. Yeah, this is a boomerang. There you go. So this is where we lose. Maybe we should not advance it because it makes it too obvious. But yeah, this is where this doesn't work. They just boomerang it every time. You need to. We need our a triple advance and a mouseless. Or sorry, and an after. So we're gonna lose here. Unless we're very lucky. Can't count to 7? Terrence. How so? All right, C2, extract, sick, SDS. We lose. Good game. Good game.
GG. GG, everybody. Thanks for believing in us.
No matter what.
Because with that Sneak Door run, they took an agenda and trashed.
Yeah, the big deal.
Yeah,
trashing the big deal was the problem because we had 2 agendas in there. But yeah, if they trashed the big deal. Border control and R&D? I don't think it matters. I don't know.
How about them books? it's the season for my lips to get painfully chapped.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
This is one of the good examples where counter surveillance HQ wins the game, and a lot of people don't do it.
Mm-hmm. Didn't even get to use Slipstream. Still in my hand. Can we hover over Slipstream?
Yeah,
Just
that's a good idea. So this is Slipstream. This is the tech card that a lot of people have been playing. So this is when you pass a res piece of ice, you may trash Slipstream. If you do, choose a piece of ice protecting a central server, and you're in the same position. So it allows you to get around like outermost nonsense. Let alone if they don't res the border control, you can get past it, which is like kind of the tech. 9 is a big number. It's a big number, yeah.
9 is definitely one of the top numbers. Yeah, I do have chapstick with me at all times. I will be applying immediately after the stream. I do like Print SF. It has gotten me some good recommendations in the past. I think it was partly because of Print SF I got into Adrian Tchaikovsky, who's now definitely one of my top authors who I want to read more of, but I don't get the chance to very often.
One day I'll win a game with 12 agenda points in my square. You got to play Psycho Beal. You can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, choose. Yeah, we were... that was not going well. Do not play this deck. This deck is awful. This archetype is really bad. Like, I think if you only have one win condition, which is hope you have it in hand and hope the runner doesn't win, like, don't do that. But on that note, let's do another one that's similar. And then we don't have to do this ever again. Okay, so we're going to go instead to the outfit. So
Family owned and operated.
And we can now also... we should probably have a plan to advance in remote server now.
Yes,
because we can rush. We can rush. Collecting standard. Okay, good.
All right. Agenda suite basically the same, right?
I think we do city works if we're rushing. They have to respect punitive SDS, and then we'll do 3 hostiles again because it's just so good. Okay. Speed run. How many big deals? 2.
Yep.
I guess we are on that. Big deal 2, and then we don't have to run just bad transactions.
3 spin.
3 spin. Okay. Cards that say bad publicity on them. Okay. After great. Archer Ballista. No. Battlement, definitely not blockchain. Board control, 3 of. Sure. Bulwark, 3 of.
Sure.
It's a bit expensive. Maybe not 3 of, but it's really, really good. Colossus, no, don't like it. Envelopment, Formicary, Whoredom, fine. Maybe 1 of. I don't think so. Mouseless, great. Really hard to deal with. Sandstone, Sapper, Stavka, Surveyor, Tithonium, Trebuchet, fantastic. That's most of the deck.
Labdog rotated with Sand Cycle, unfortunately.
Yeah, Labdog was part of the science labs. Trash is hardware, huh? What else we got?
Doesn't that one? No, Grim does a...
Grim is a program. Yeah.
No, Grim is an ice. Either Labdog... I think Labdog does brain damage and Grim trashes programs, or is it...
No, Labdog trashes hardware.
I think of Fenris.
Fenris is a brain damage.
Yeah, Runner trashes an installed piece of hardware. Grim is the illicit 4/2 that's trash a program. It's a sentry.
Okay.
And then what's the other one?
Not bad. Fenris.
Fenris is
a
an
bad
HP one that
does
brain damage, and I don't think it ends around. It's a 4/2. Yeah, it ends around 2. That's actually really good for a sentry.
Yeah, actually, it's funny.
That's actually really good.
That's not bad for a sentry.
Yeah, that's surprisingly good.
You know what?
Nobody plays that. Like,
what?
Modernly, I'd play a 4/2 end the run sentry.
Yeah, that would be okay, but that's really funny that I just completely forgot what that card did.
And Rashida NGO Regolith. Okay, so definitely Rashida, because we are going to build a remote server. Regolith, no. I think that's too slow. Maybe with Big Deal, yeah. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Roughneck is like on the cusp of being it. Like, it means that we're doing a nothing deck, which is a bit of a, I think we want to avoid. NGO makes a lot of sense because we're going to install advanced events. And admittedly, some of our stuff is face up.
Yep.
Punitive is another win condition.
And we're definitely too big to fail.
Yeah, 3 of.
And if we've got all these transactions, we might as well toss a little blockchain in there.
Definitely not.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember hitting 2 Grims in the game with Darwin was at 4 strength both times? Oof. Be remiss not to mention Scott Lynch, Liza Locke, Lamora, Red Seas, and the Red Skies Public.
I've read the first 500 pages of Liza Locke, Lamora, which is about 15% of the book. And it's fun. I enjoy heisty things, but I just had so many other things to read and it was taking a while to get anywhere.
What else can we do? What else is a good big deal combo? Is there anything else we can forward advance?
Is there any other way to get big deals back when they're trashed?
No, they're RG'd. Oh, from the
yeah,
bin?
no.
Nothing.
Damn it,
There's
NSG.
Nothing.
Took it all out.
And there's no way to recur operations, right? Is there no way to recur operations besides Spin Doctor? Well, like other archive recursions up, like fear the distract the masses, genotyping. Yeah, genotyping is all you're saying. Drafter. Oh, Drafter can do it. Drafter could do it. I don't think we need to hoard him in this list. Yeah, we can play. Okay, we can play tech cards here. We can play like 2 IP block. We went on 2 magnets is like totally fine for a rush deck. That's the 49, right? Is this good? I feel like we have too many assets by like a mile. I wish we had something that works with STS drone. With City Works Project a bit.
Too bad it rotated with Mumbai.
Big Deal Atlas is a thing. Oh, that'd be really cool.
Huh,
this is a good opening, right? Ice. Then we do Essentials, and then next turn we do install Advanced Events. They probably can't get it. This seems better, right?
I like it.
Archive Memories and Startup. Yeah, unfortunately, Startup, right? Like we're doing standard. Ice, we have 7. We have 16. This is fine. A Big Deal outfit.
I think that might be too many assets.
Yes. Okay. So what would we draw?
I think
like the Roughneck
probably goes,
probably.
And then we just play like Price X or something like, or Crisium, right? Like something that will do a bit more.
Yep.
Because I'm not convinced we can hit Price X in a rush deck.
Yeah. If you were tasked with building, because I'm thinking Bad Pub right now, if you were tasked with building a like super deep borehole regulatory capture, the 2 new cards we saw from Wayland deck, is that finally when Broad Daylight sees play? 2 meat damage per turn.
Corp. This is good. If you want to cough really hard, let me know too. I can mute the mic for a bit.
I should have been doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. This button, by the way, needs.
Cool. Up until now, Andre has not told me what the buttons on his Steam Deck do. This is I finally figured out what one of the buttons does. Next time he's about to say a cuss, I'm going to mute him.
I think this probably not. I'd be surprised because this is like pretty tempo negative. 2 meat damage ping a turn is like okay. It gives you bad publicity, which is probably worth something. I'd be surprised because I think with the borehole, you don't want to give more bad pub. I think you want to get rid of bad pub. I'd be surprised.
Well, Thanos, when we're on, we're on.
Yeah, no. We got to do better. It's not hard to do better. All right, Ken, we're going to see a lot of run events. We might see 20. We're going to watch out for like deep dive, all that sort of stuff. Swift, so we have to ice up stuff. Opening hand's pretty bad. We don't have if we had a too big to fail, we could push Cityworks Punitive pretty easily. We're going to all this. That's good. We have Abstract for HQ to start. A Roughneck on the table might be fine.
Yeah, this feels all right. I forgot that Roughneck was 0 and gained 6. That's I like that. I guess I forgot that Roughneck was kind of an interesting.
It was like
melange.
Melange, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I'm just gonna ice Centrals, right?
And
then like we're gonna slow this turn, and then next turn we're gonna do border control Roughneck.
Yep.
If we put this down, they trash it for 3. We're actually probably happy with that, but they're likely dirty laundry, which makes it a fair bit worse.
Yep.
These are relevant face checks.
Very fond memories of Broad Daylight when it came out. Install 2 damage. Hard-hitting news turns out to be difficult to deal with. Yeah, fair enough.
There they go. Carpe diem Swift, love to see it. It's all 2 damage, HHN, turns out difficult. Yeah, you just keep taking damage. It's like the bladderware issues. Like you realize it doesn't actually matter. All right, so we can pull out this is the problem. It's like it's not that we can do this next turn. I think we'll do this and we'll sit on this and then we'll fast advance this to trash one of the breaker. Because there's no way that Cat has redundancy on breakers. We're gonna see like 3 boomerang for sure. Maybe a mayfly. We're gonna see this pinhold for sure, right? Tapworm. Oh, love to trash that. That's the breaker that he needs.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, so if we hit this, we go to 13, which powers up the Tapworm. I think we just purge the Tapworm.
Yes, I think purging here makes
Tapworm is going to be
total sense. Completely.
Absolute monster.
Yeah, no, absolutely. 100%. Explaining the buttons is too tempo negative. Yeah.
I do think installing the Unity is actually probably a mistake here.
Yep.
Because like now you're running into Trebuchet, you lose the game. So they can't run until they get.
Yeah, we've got too much dangerous stuff.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like
speaking of which,
we Trebuchet
archives. I like how we're both trebuchet.
Like now R&D is and like R&D and HQ. This one's a bit better. This is free. Like that's the issue. I think with 2 dirty laundries out, we just go R&D. But like if they face check into that, they lose the game.
Yep.
They might be on deep dive. They're definitely on deep dive. Sneak door less likely considering
likely.
They're on Chesva and they don't have MU. So I think it's going to be 3 breakers, Chesva, and either 20 deep dive. Probably both.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
Carpe Diem, where's the mark? R&D. Great. Respecting. They're going fast, which, Kentema.
Gotta go fast.
Okay.
Resident money?
I don't think we need to. I think we want to wait till we get a hostile or something. Do you think we do this? Because they're probably on deep dive, right?
Yeah.
The fastest outfit deck you've ever seen.
It's making
they're going to diversion.
Resin money. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, this isn't going to work out very well for them. It's fine.
Yeah, so that's fine. We're on 2 credits. They can bring down a roughneck.
Mm-hmm.
But if they don't bring that roughneck, like we recover pretty well. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Tapworm, after you doofus?
That's
my friend, you cannot have everything. You can have money or you can let us have money. You cannot have both. Please decide which lane you're in and stick to that lane. This is 4, so we can do install credit.
New remote?
No, that's obviously incorrect. Actually, I don't know if we do that because we need to afford to res. No, this is free. Like Resing Centrals doesn't matter.
I just think, like, you mentioned that one of the things you want to buy with the Patreon money was, of course, a Stream Deck just for me, but it's unplugged and it's all the buttons.
Yeah.
You just put stickers on the buttons.
I can get like a Mad Cat one.
Yeah, exactly.
This is fine. They can trash these. We have a spin factory.
But your little brother chewed on the remote.
Yeah. You're playing too. Don't worry, buddy. Smartware. That's not a fast card. That's a slow card.
Mm-hmm.
You're playing Ken. I think if we click to 7, we have the threat here. And they get 1 credit from the top or whatever. We'll purge next turn.
Sure.
You can do it just numpad. Yeah, you don't need a Stream Deck. You can get anything.
Just give me a plastic calculator.
No, but for real, that's what people do. You can rat them. Run H. Oh, okay, this is fine. SDS is a bit of an awkward steal. Like they have to trash a bankroll. Okay. Don't hit this. Oh, they can't trash this factor. This is fine. Punitive. Ooh, keep your money, buddy. Is there a lower reason why Fenris is Gmod only? Yeah, because he plays at the Wild Side, and Wild Side is a club that has wilders, which are genetically modified, like furry type folks, like people who modify themselves to look like animals. I didn't get a credit. Yeah, check out the card Wild Side and look at the art because you'll notice people with like
in the background and in Fenris, like there's people in the background who have like animal ears and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it's not obvious. Oh, that's really good for them. Fenris is a wolf himself. He is a dogman. Supplies didn't get punished with another diversion there. It would have been fine. Like they're putting on a lot of pressure, but they're not converting it to accesses, which is like they're just dragging the game on, which I think we're okay with. Okay, now we'd probably want to purge because we don't want to hedge fund into this.
True. Yeah, purging here is fine.
But the problem is we have to discard something.
Probably the ugly. Punitive. I hate to say it. No, but
that's like a win condition.
Yeah, I know.
They're gonna have limited money. Like they eventually do run out of economy. We're gonna get diversion again. SDS is like
they've got a decent amount of money on the table. They'll have 8 into 13 next turn.
Throwing out SDS is really bad if we think we're on deep dive because they always check archives. It's a deck that they 100% check archives.
Dogman.
Class act draw. Amakua. Okay, now we have to ice up everything. Again, another good reason why archives is a bit rough. I
don't know. Pay 3 credits to power up Amakua once.
Yeah. That helps because then they get through this again. It doesn't actually change the breaker math. This is just a run. Oh, Firehawk. Excuse me. Thanks. Big deal. They can trash it.
Will they go down to 0? Yeah.
Yes. Love it. Tapworm and Amakua. I'm always surprised by these inclusions. Like it's
too much.
It's one or the other.
Too tempting to purge.
No, not that the Amakua didn't have counters. That's all 3 Tapworms out. So we're okay. But like just a single, like this is fine. I think the accesses are worse than this credit denial. Admittedly, they're maybe playing around Trebuchet, but with a flip switch, I don't know. But like this costs them 3 credits.
Yeah, it's not.
They gain 5. Like we just credit hedge fund. I don't know. I think there's a lot of board states where diversion doesn't really work.
We're gonna get Rip Dealed.
Well, honestly, I'd be.
Is Rip Deal the one that pulls things back from?
It's cost 3. You make a run, and for every card you access, instead you recur. Okay, because we have to ice up everything. Everything is Ramako. Again, it's turn 11, and we've done nothing. We haven't filtered, but we don't have a lot of ice, so like we're lucky we're not flooding up. Beth, get out.
right, so where is there? How much? Beth is 3, right?
Yeah, Beth is 3. Unity is 2. They have 17, mind you. A big deal would put them at 5 more, and that's all we've seen.
I mean, 2 deep dives would be 10. So then there's two left for maybe a cleaver.
I think we can jam the NGO front.
That's a great idea.
I don't really want to draw more. Because here they look like they can't get the dice. We've seen 2 inside jobs, which again, we expect run events. Again, Ken gets a credit. So they actually have to get an Amaku counter or get an inside job or a boomerang to deal with the border control. I'm more happy with either of those. Dirty Laundry HQ. They have more money than we think, of course, because they have 7 credits in here. So if they don't trash, they can run R&D. Or sorry, Server 1. Spin Doctor, shh. We wanted that. That's the best card in our hand. It's the 3rd inside job. That's fine. Honestly, we probably should have rezzed the border control. No, that's the last inside job. I don't think we have a reason to res the border control. If we big dealed an SDS and hit the Unity,
I know.
Like, we still have to deal with the Amakua, but it buys us a bit.
But we're close to it.
Yeah, we're close to it.
I don't know.
Like, I think we purge here. We need another icy before we purge. Okay.
As once. All right.
Sorry, this is not exciting, is it? I get so self-conscious when we don't have good television. Maybe you should never call it out because then it's noticed.
Yeah, that is the problem. I can keep on talking about.
But like the only thing they can break here is
I'm
decoders.
looking forward to seeing Tar. Looks like a fun movie.
Oh, about the Atsushita. I don't know if that's worth trashing with the Amako counter.
I guess.
No free lunch. Spent 3 turns on the worm. Yeah, and it was totally fine.
Triangle of Sadness on my list too.
That's what you need every day of the week. Keep us one of those. If it hits, we win the game. Oh, they trashed the program, so it's not going to win the game.
They still have Flip Switch though.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It has an AI though. Like, this is just going to be very good. It's not going to actually do anything.
Remember when Flip Switch was like people thought Flip Switch was going to change the meta?
I thought those people were generally incorrect.
Yeah, me too. I was one of them. Don't tell him.
I don't know. It's like a really low tempo card. There's some metas where it's good. It's just like, it's pretty quintessential of the sort of card you wouldn't play. Do we want to eat the boomerang? I don't think so. How do we build a scoring remote? Pat, did we build the same deck again? We just haven't drawn any eyes.
No, we're doing fine. We're doing fine.
Okay.
They have exhausted most of their tools, and we are about to.
And we do have finally a scoring window.
Yeah.
Okay, 18 credits. They know what that means. Big deal.
Yeah, we're on the table.
I'm kidding. They have 5 clicks. It's going to be so easy for them to deep dive. What do we have here? 4, 7. We can res everything, I think.
And we will.
Within reason.
What do we trash with Trebuchet? The Unity?
It's
nothing anymore.
With
but
the Trebuchet? No, we still res it. It's still quite expensive.
Yeah, for sure. But
they're spending a lot of money. And again, they run out of run events. If they're playing Harmony AR therapy, like, this is still expensive. They have bad pub now. And like, we don't trash this.
Excuse me.
And eventually we end up purging. Their MU is full, so the bankroll's not going to stay. Mangonette, 2 to break. I think we purge. Does that change anything? No. I think we just 3 credits.
Sure. And then hope that we draw a big deal.
They should unban SSL endorsement. I think that's not going to have the big deal support you want. They have 18 credits, but they only have a couple cards left. Trebuchet. They have 2 bad pub now. They don't get it for this run. And then the Afshar is taxing enough. Now hitting R&D.
It is pretty funny that it took this long to get to a second bad pub in the outfit.
And where spin doctors are the most important card here. This is also now 2 to break. It doesn't have the HQ clause. And this is single access. First time they hit R&D. Nothing. We really need spin doctors. That's where our we really want a roughneck. And they're going to click for credits too. They have a paperclip. They know we have this. Do we advance it too big to fail? I don't think we want to give them 3 bad pub. I don't think jumping up to like 20 credits is worth it.
So you're thinking install, advance?
No, we just advance the mouseless.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I don't think we want to go 3 bad pub against this sort of deck because they're sussing out for a deep dive, right?
Yeah.
I think we just click 3 because we still have to res this thing, which costs 300.
All right.
Immediately we get 5 credits back from this. So it's only a 5 credit res if we can afford to res it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fine. For legwork, that's fine-ish. I hate this Netrunner. This is a sort of Netrunner I get so frustrated with a runner where it's like, you're doing nothing. And immediately they're throwing it themselves at us as hard as possible.
Should we res it? Should we just let this go through?
No, this gives us credits every time they go through it.
Oh, because they have an AI, of course.
Yeah. Bulwark, Remote Jam, SDS. Kind of. They have Paperclip. They get trash a program? They trash. Oh, bank. Okay. Now the bad pub, this is free. It's 1 credit to break, and they lose 2 bad pub. It's 1 Ches with the break. So they'll see 3 cards here. Again, the SDS now will actually have to hit something relevant, which is kind of okay.
That is nice.
Time for Apocalypse. I'd be so surprised. I do think the deep dive is what we're playing on. Punitive, nice. TBTF. They can trash if they want to. They shouldn't.
Please, 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 please.
Oh, they did. And Bulwark. Ooh, wow. Yeah, I don't want to go get a 4th bad pub. Smartware to gain 3, click for credit. Smartware is actually really good in this matchup where we're doing.
It turns out, yeah, that's nothing. Funny. Yeah. That's interesting. Isn't
if we had a second punitive, yes. You know the name. I'm so sorry that we're doing this. The worst kind of Netrunner. Click for 3 credits.
Obviously, Black Panther 2, Glass Onion. We're looking forward to that.
Bearing Trebuchet. Oh, it's a Maker's Eye. Cool. So I don't know if they're on deep dive. This is my least favorite kind of Netrunner, again, which we're not putting anything on the table. So now they just do whatever they want. We just have to sit here and like survive.
Yeah. I was really sick last week and I reread.
Oh, nice.
Okay. That seems fine.
That's
fine.
If we top deck a punitive, we win.
True.
No,
we won't.
No, they have 15 credits. This is where trashing the 2 big to fails, right? Because we got done punitive, 2 big to fail punitive. But now the punitive is dead. We can do 4 damage if we really want to. We just concede. This is so bad. Like, this is not worth. Nobody do this. This is a terrible deck archetype.
No, we're gonna. It's. Well, we can't. I mean, yes, we can concede. That is fine. That makes. That's a good stream.
We should have 3 roughneck. I just hate doing this to someone. And the more we draw, the more we just get hit by the last legwork. So we just, again, just hope if we do top deck a big deal and we're allowed to big deal out like one of these SDS, yeah, we can win. Because we can trash like a Bagalter, and then we're just playing around boomerangs all day. Smart work, credit. Yeah, this is what they should be doing. Admittedly, it lets us to draw into our best card in the whole deck.
We just need one more credit.
Yeah. One more. So 2 more turns. Fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Not a lot of agendas in there. No, totally acceptable.
Okay. I guess we do know where most of them are.
The problem is like hitting the SDS deployment actually doesn't do much.
Well, if they access it, no.
No, but like if we fast advance the SDS drone deployment, like what do we trash?
The Bagalter.
Yeah, but they're boomeranging these. I think you're right. Because we have no. Oh, thank God it's.
Yeah. Thank God it's over. That's the motto of the stream, folks. Don't forget to smash that like button. Make love to the subscribe button.
Yeah, you know when the runner just gets to run?
Take the Patreon.
That feels good as the runner, where they just like, I want to know how many accesses we get, and they figured it out. All good. Yeah, thanks again.
They're on Chesney. Why they aren't twinning? That's a good point. Twinning would help quite a bit.
I thought they'd be on twinning.
Yeah, but yeah, they are Ken. They're just they got tunnel vision on the run events, and that's fine.
Sorry about that. It'll be better next week, I promise. That's it. That was a stream. We're streaming this Sunday, mind you. We're playing the Nemec card set. That's a real bad deck. Don't do that. Big deal, I don't think is worth it. Like, okay, big deal is worth it as a one of, as an alternate win condition, as a main win condition. That is a terrible idea.
Yes,
a horrible idea.
Can I counter with?
Yeah,
we intentionally made bad decks.
Yeah. We didn't think that was.
I honestly think Asa with fully operational like that gets you to the number you need.
Yeah,
much faster.
You get to 5 points or 4 points, and then you close the game.
Yeah,
like I think that's what we should do. So we should play basically like 2 global food initiatives, and then just play a real Wayland list. Like I think that would have been fine. So don't do that. Where our game plan is, I hope the runner doesn't access cards, and then they play a star game. We get salty. So yeah, that's okay. We learned something, and that's gonna be it for the end of the stream. Matt, thanks so much for joining me.
Hey, it's always a pleasure.
Oh, that's so good to hear. Thanks everyone for joining. Well, again, we'll be here on Sunday. We're streaming at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Again, we hit daylight savings, so your time might be a bit different than ours. If you want to hit this follow button or subscribe button on Twitch or YouTube, you'll get a notification as long as you hit or unhit that bell, so you'll know when we're live. But I think that's it. I don't know if I have a video plan for next week. I'll probably try to do some recording maybe tomorrow, but I'm not actually sure.
Cool. Hope everyone has a good month until I see you all next, and a somber Remembrance Day and a happy weekend.
Yeah, stay tuned also to the Null Signal website, because I reckon it's just a matter of time before we start seeing news about the new set.
Absolutely. It's approaching rapidly. I don't have a firm date, but so soon. So soon.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Take care, y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Ciao.